Chapter 620. Master, how long will it take for you to cure his disease? Pan Jun asked. Pan Jun had a rough idea of the patient's condition. After all, this disease was relatively common in the emergency department. Generally, the recovery after hospitalization was not particularly ideal. Take the patient just now, for example. If it had been in the past, the patient would have been like that for the rest of his life, or even worse. 10 days, Wang Yao said. 10 days? Doesn't he need to take medicine? Maybe even shorter, Wang Yao said. His condition is relatively mild. I only need acupuncture and massage to cure him. Do you still have medicine for this? I'm making it, Wang Yao said with a smile. My sister's clinic has a few patients with this disease. I've been there, but I can't do anything. If they come again, can I introduce them to you? Pan Jun asked. Yes, but don't be too deliberate. If they want to come, then come. If they don't, then forget it. Got it, Pan Jun said. Master, are you free in the afternoon? In the afternoon, I'll stop seeing patients. For the next 3 to 5 days, I plan to see patients in the morning and close the clinic in the afternoon. What's the matter? What's the matter? Do you need my help? Pan Jun immediately asked. No need. Pan Jun was a little disappointed. He wanted to learn more from Wang Yao, but he didn't show it on his face. At noon, he treated Wang Yao to a meal and then left the mountain village. In the afternoon, Li Shiyu arrived as promised with another cart of trees. Wang Yao carried the trees to Nanshan Hill alone and dug a hole to plant the trees. He saw patients in the morning and planted trees in the afternoon. Li Shiyu carried a total of 4 carts of trees to Nanshan Hill for 7 days. On Nanshan Hill, 2 rows of trees, arbors, and shrubs formed a long, slow arc. One end was a cliff. The cliff was not very high, about 7 or 8 meters high, but it was very steep, almost 90 degrees. The other end was connected to the edge of a rock. The rock was about 10 meters high, and the other end of the rock was the south side of Nanshan Hill. The cliff was at least 15 meters high. These 2 rows of trees might seem a little sparse now, but with a little more time, once they grew up, they would be like a wall, completely blocking the road from the west side to Nanshan. The dog was still happily watering the trees. There were so many trees, and there was no water source nearby. It was all thanks to the dog's help. Wang Yao planned to do the same on the east side after he was done planting the trees here. For this, he had already ordered another batch of trees from Li Shiyu. As long as he made a phone call, Li Shiyu would immediately start delivering them to his door. At night, Wang Yao took a few leaves of ziyu and boiled them into a soup. After letting it cool down, he put it into a bottle. This was the finishing touch he needed to make the Chinese medicine pills. Everything was ready. He could make the medicine the next day. After packing up, Wang Yao went out of the cottage with a small stool in his hand. He leaned against the wall and sat down. The dog got up from the kennel and came to sit beside him. You have worked hard these days, San Xian. Woof. The dog barked. It's done. Wang Yao gently patted its head. Tomorrow will be a good day. Making medicine required the right time, the right place, and the right people. On this day, only one patient came to the clinic in the morning. It was a man named Shirley. Judging from the way he walked, he was obviously much better than the previous times he came. When he came in, he was holding 2 walnuts in his left hand. His movements were smoother, and his complexion was much better. Hello, Dr. Wang. The girl who came with him smiled and greeted Wang Yao. Come, have a seat. Judging from the way you walk, you seem to be recovering well. Yes, I obviously feel that my legs have more strength and my arms and fingers are more flexible. Look, he surely made a motion of extending and retracting his arms. It looked very natural, not as jerky as before. I feel that my body is much lighter than before. Come, let me take a look again. From the outside to the inside, he checked again. There is no problem. After this treatment, there will be no problem. Come back for review in a month. Okay. It was the acupuncture treatment followed by the massage. This time, the patient's mood was obviously much better. He would tell a joke from time to time. Don't talk so much, his daughter said. What? Can't I talk? It's okay, Wang Yao said with a smile. It is good to be in a good mood and laugh often. It will help the recovery of the disease. At about 10 o'clock, the treatment was over. Wang Yao waited for a while. Seeing that there were no patients, he simply closed the door early and hung a sign. He told his family and went straight to Nanshan Hill. What is he busy with? He won't come back for lunch at noon, Zhang Xiaoying whispered. Let him be busy. Recently, the trees alone have been pulled several carts up the mountain. They originally wanted to go up the mountain to help, but they were persuaded to go back by their son. He had gone up the mountain more than once in the past few days. Seeing that the trees had been planted, he did not care much. On Nanshan Hill, the sifted medicinal powder was stored. The medicine plaque was also ready. The decoction brewed by Zi Yu was also ready. The medicine was made. Sprinkle the medicinal powder, spray, tilt the medicine plaque, and repeat. The medicinal powder slowly turned into small particles under the rotating force. At first, it was very small, only the size of a rice grain. With the constant repetition, the size of the pills also became larger and smaller. This was a work that required patience and physical strength. It could not be rushed. Wang Yao kept making medicine. He did not eat lunch. In the afternoon, the first batch of pills was made. They were not big, the size of soybeans. They emitted a unique medicinal fragrance. Next, it's time to try the effect of the medicine. He looked outside. This medicine is not suitable for San Xian. While he was hesitating, the phone rang. It was Sun Yunsheng who called. He wanted to ask Wang Yao to help see a patient. He asked when he was free and whether he could see the patient. How about this? Send me his information first. I will decide whether to see the patient or not. Okay, thank you. Soon, the patient's information was sent over in an electronic version. He was also a young man who was as thin as a mummy. His condition was very special. He had headaches and fever since he was young, and he liked to find his own medicine to take. He took all kinds of antibacterial and anti-inflammatory drugs behind his family's back. He also liked to take Bezor detoxification pills when he was free, thinking that it could detoxify the toxins. As a result, his body developed a serious drug resistance, and he was poisoned by drugs, disease, and a bacterial infection. The common antibacterial drugs in the country were completely ineffective. There was no other way. His family had to find a way to get antibacterial drugs from abroad, which saved his life. However, because the treatment time was too long, the consequences were multiple organ failure. I won't go out in the next few days. If he wants to come, he can come, Wang Yao said. Is it convenient for you to make a house call? It's not convenient. Then I'll tell him. Okay. At around 4 p.m., Wang Yao had a meal on the hill. After that, he went to the 2 rows of trees that had just been planted. The trees that had just been planted were growing very well. They looked good. In a village on the outskirts of Lianshan County, there was a family. A man in his 50s was spinning 2 walnuts with his left hand. He looked very smooth. It's getting smoother and smoother, his wife said with a smile. Yes, it's much better. Heiling's uncle will come over for dinner tonight. Okay, the man said happily. In the evening, the family came to treat them to dinner. Brother-in-law's hand looks much more flexible. Ah, I found a doctor to give me a massage and acupuncture treatment. There are a total of 5 sessions in 5 days. The effect is very good. My hand is not the same as before, but I have no problem moving it, the man said happily. Let's drink to celebrate. Don't drink too much. After drinking, the family gathered together and chatted. Play 2 rounds. Okay, play 2 rounds, the man said with a smile. Basically, all men like to play poker. He was no exception. However, since he got the disease, his hand could not even hold a poker card. How could he play poker? He could not have time to keep the cards in his mouth. When he went out, he saw people in the village playing poker at the entrance of the village. He could only watch with envy. Okay. Chapter 621. Well, brother-in-law, you can even pick up the poker cards. There is no problem. Playing poker required close cooperation between 2 hands. Both hands were indispensable. Well, yes, the doctor also said so. He asked me to go again in a month. He surely said with a smile. In fact, his fingers had not fully recovered and were still a little unfamiliar with them. After a period of practice, they would be as good as new. How much did it cost? It was a total of 1,000 yuan, 200 yuan each time. It is not expensive. as long as it can be cured, let alone 1,000 yuan, even 10,000 yuan is worth it. Yes, I think so too, the man's daughter said. What kind of doctor is he? He is so good. Where is he? In a mountain village in Songbai town, Wang family village. Well, I have to write this down, the man's daughter said. This problem is quite common in the village. A few days ago, Zhao Hongying was just put down. She could not stand up. However, brother-in-law, you have to pay attention in the future. If you feel uncomfortable, you should tell me. Last time you slept, you were late and delayed. Oh, yes, I will pay attention in the future. The family was very happy that night, especially the patient. Being healthy was more important than anything else. It was worth being happy about. In Jing, thousands of miles away. My princess, where do you want to go? In the past few days, Song Ruiping had found that her daughter did not eat or drink. She thought her daughter was bored and wanted to go out for a walk. I am going to Lianshan County, Su Xiaoxue said without thinking. Where? Song Ruiping was stunned. What are you going to do there? Looking for Wang Yao? Yes, I have some problems with my practice. I need Mr. Wang's advice. Problems? What is the problem? Is it serious? Song Ruiping hurriedly asked. She didn't approve of her daughter's practice of neishi in her heart. Although she heard from the two elders that it was something that countless people couldn't get, she was worried that her daughter would make a mistake again. She tactfully said it several times, but her daughter was determined to practice it. She didn't insist on persuading her daughter. This time, there was really a problem. It's not serious. Don't worry, Su Xiaoxue said with a smile. This girl, are you scaring your mother again? Song Ruiping saw her daughter smile and knew what she was thinking. Okay, let Shu Yin accompany you tomorrow. Okay, Mom, you love me the most. Su Xiaoxue hugged her mother happily. You're such a sweet talker, but you have to listen to Chu Yin when you go out. Definitely. Song Ruiping sighed softly. In the mountain village, it was raining. It was a light spring rain. In the rain, a motorcade entered the mountain village. All of them were luxury cars. There was even a caravan that was extremely rare in this small county. It was not easy to enter the mountain village. Where did this rich man come from? Many people in the village came out with umbrellas to watch the fun. Looks like he's here to see Feng Hua's son. TSK, TSK. Rich people are indeed different. Is that an RV? This was the first time that most of the villagers had seen a real RV. Sun Yinxin got out of the car and went to the clinic first. Dr. Wang, sorry to disturb you. Before he came, he had greeted Wang Yao in advance. Is he here? He's just outside. Come in. Okay. Sun Yinxin went out and said something to the man. The door of the RV opened. Then a person was carried out. Yes, carried. Several strong men carried the bed. Some people held umbrellas. The patient was covered with a quilt. Good heavens! Who is this person? It looks like he's a rich man. More and more people in the village came to watch the fun. The strong men were very fast. They cooperated very skillfully. It was not the first time that they had done this. They were very skilled. The patient was carried into Wang Yao's clinic. Dr. Wang, this is the patient. His cheeks were thin. There was only skin covering the bones. His face was as white as paper. His breathing was weak and almost inaudible. He was in a coma. He only had one breath left. Dr. Wang, this is Zheng Shixiang, Mr. Zheng, Sun Yinxing said. Hello, Dr. Wang, Zheng Shixiang said. Among the people who came with the patient, the leader was a middle-aged man in his 40s. He had a square face and thick eyebrows. He was serious and expressionless. Baleful aura. This person had a strong, baleful aura. Wang Yao had seen such an evil spirit in the middle-aged man named Hao. The two people should have something in common. Hello, have a seat. Put the patient down. Wang Yao checked carefully. Soon he found something strange. The pulse of the young man in a coma was very weak. His heartbeat was very slow. If a normal person's heartbeat was more than 70 beats per minute, his heartbeat was only more than 40 beats per minute. Usually, this would only happen in people who often exercised. Medicine. He quickly guessed that someone must have given him special medicine to maintain this state. How long has the patient been in this situation? He has been in a coma for more than half a year. He has been ill for about a year, Zheng Shixiang said. What medicine has he been taking recently? Huh? Zhang Shixiang hesitated a little after hearing that. He has used a kind of Miao medicine. Miao medicine in Miaojiang? Wang Yao said. Yes, the medicine of the king pharmacist. He immediately thought of Wu San, the king pharmacist who had been famous in Miaojiang for decades. Dr. Wang also knows the king pharmacist? Zhang Shixiang's eyes lit up. I've heard a little about him. It's rare, Zhang Shixiang said. After all, he was from the south and the north. This medicine does come from the king pharmacist. Have you seen him? Zhang Shixiang asked. Not him, but his disciple, Zhang Shixiang said. We tried to find a king pharmacist, but he refused. We could only find his disciple. The medicine comes from the king pharmacist. This medicine can delay the collapse of the body and put people in a state similar to coma. There is no other way. How long will he wake up? 3 days, Zhang Shixiang said. He would wake up every 3 days and feed him with special food. Then he would continue to use the special medicine to continue to let him enter a certain state. Well, okay. After the examination, Wang Yao had a detailed understanding of the patient's condition. Many of the body's organs were deteriorating badly. All kinds of toxins had accumulated in the body and could not be effectively resolved and discharged. For words, beyond cure. Dr. Wang, do you have a way? I can try, but you have to listen to me during the treatment process, and I'm not 100% sure. No problem, Zhang Shixiang said. Okay, take the medicine here first. Wang Yao took out a 9 herbs pill and gave it to the patient. His current physical condition was like a broken boat that was riddled with holes. It was sailing in a storm and could capsize at any time. His physical condition was even worse than that of those who had the late-stage, abominable disease. Because ordinary medicine could not eliminate the infection in his body, this was the most terrible and most troublesome thing. Dr. Wang, can you tell me the treatment plan? First, build up the body, then promote blood circulation and remove the toxins. Finally, restore the vitality of his body, Wang Yao said briefly. What about the treatment time? It's hard to say, Wang Yao said. Okay. He immediately asked someone to go out and make arrangements. Mr. Sun, we'll stay in your house for a while, Zhang Shixiang said to Sun Yinsheng. Go ahead. No matter what the result is, we'll remember this kindness in our hearts. You're welcome, Sun Yinsheng said. Dr. Wang, do you have any other arrangements? Come to pick up the medicine tomorrow morning. Okay, thank you. Zhang Shixiang arranged for people to carry the patient away. Dr. Wang, I'll be back soon, Sun Yinsheng said. Sun Yinsheng said. Then he left with them and took them to his newly built house. Mr. Sun, does Dr. Wang have any taboos or rules here? Zhang Shixiang asked in a low voice. The last time they went to Miaojiang, they inadvertently violated the rules set by the king pharmacist, which made him angry. He expelled them and refused to see them for the rest of their lives. If they had not spent a lot of money and a lot of favors, they would not have been able to see the eldest disciple of the king pharmacist. Rules? You can't go to his house and disturb his family. Try to keep a low profile in this village, Sun Yinsheng said. Chapter 622. Well, anything else? That's all. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Zhang Shixiang said. Zhang Shixiang said. Dr. Wang's rules were not as many as those of the king pharmacist in Miaojiang. You can use the things here as you please. I'll go to Dr. Wang's place. After arranging Zhang Shixiang's group, Sun Yinsheng went to the clinic to see Wang Yao. Dr. Wang, who are these people? Have you heard of Xianhuang Pharmaceutical? Yes, it's a famous pharmaceutical company in the south. Xianhuang Pharmaceutical is the Zheng family. The patient is the son of Zheng Xian, the second brother of the Zheng family. His name is Zheng Weijun. Have some tea. Thank you, Dr. Wang. Sun Yinsheng hurriedly got up. You don't have to be so polite. Mr. Zheng's illness is very serious. I can only try my best. I've already made this clear. Yes, I've already told him about the rules here. That's good. I think they are sensible people, Wang Yao calmly said. Yes. Sun Yinsheng then told Wang Yao about the relationship of the Zheng family. Zhang Shixiang was the patient's uncle, a very close relative. After talking for a while, Sun Yinsheng left. He said goodbye to Zheng Shixiang and left the mountain village by car. In the best house in the 3 villages. Uncle Wu, what do you think? Zheng Shixiang was talking alone with an old man in his 50s in the study. I've seen Sun Yunqing's illness. He was indeed terminally ill at that time. If he was really cured by this young man, his medical skills are really brilliant. He may be able to cure Mr. Zheng's illness, the old man said. It's just that he has to stay here for a few more days. Even if the king pharmacist in Miaojiang treats Mr. Zheng's illness, it's impossible to see miraculous results in just a few days. As long as Wei Juan's illness can be cured, it doesn't matter if I live here for a few years. I'll have to trouble you. Oh, Shi Xiang, you're welcome. At noon, when he went home for lunch, Wang Yao's parents also asked about the matter. After all, it had caused a stir in the village. He briefly introduced the other party's situation so that his parents wouldn't worry about him. In the afternoon, Wang Yao closed the door of the clinic and went up to Nanshan Hill. He was going to decoct a medicine for Zheng Wei Jun, a medicine for strengthening the corporeity. Regather soup. Zheng Wei Jun's illness was very serious, and he urgently needed to replenish his origin. Ordinary primordial cultivation medicine was effective, but the effect was slow. Moreover, the Zheng family was not sure of money. Ginseng, wolfberry, sealwort, gorgon, glossy ganoderma, shanjing, guiyuan. All kinds of medicinal herbs merged in the multifunctional pot for herbs. The medicinal power dissolved in the decoction, and a unique medicinal fragrance wafted out. This medicine was the one that Wang Yao brewed the most. There would be no problem even if he closed his eyes. The medicine was soon ready. Wang Yao was not in a hurry to go down the mountain. Instead, he carefully recorded the patient's condition. This was also a very rare disease, so it was very valuable to record. At the foot of the mountain, the Sun family. Uncle Wu, shall we go out for a walk? Zheng Shixiang said to the old man. Sure. It was still raining outside. It was very light. The two of them held an umbrella and walked slowly along the only main road in the village. The mountain village was very quiet. Occasionally, they could hear the sound of chickens and dogs barking. Since the terrible storm last time, there were fewer people in the mountain village who raised livestock. In the countryside, the two common sources of income were farming and herding. As a result, some families lost a part of their income. This village is very quiet, the old man, surnamed Wu, said. It is very quiet, but it is not the same as where we are. Yes, in the south, there was a lot of water. In fact, after crossing the Yangtze River, the appearance of some villages was completely different. The villages in the south had many ponds and rivers, but not in the north. The two of them rarely settled down like this. They lived and wandered in the villages in the north. Ah, this is also a rare opportunity to be quiet. Zheng Shixiang sighed. These days, you have been to Miaojiang, the northwest, and the northeast because of child's illness. You've been to all the places you can go. It is indeed tiring. Child? In front of you. He's a junior. You can't call him grandson. You don't have to call him that. It is too much for him, Zheng Shixiang said. As they were talking, they happened to walk to the south of the village. They saw a valiant woman and a very good-looking young man coming down from the mountain. Sister, I saw that the trees on the mountain were just planted a few days ago. Is Dr. Wang closing the mountain? Chen Zhou asked. The two of them had just gone up the mountain. Naturally, they saw the rows of trees that had just been planted. Dr. Wang has his reasons for doing so. Chening suddenly stopped. This person has a strong, evil spirit. She looked up at Zheng Shixiang not far away. I didn't expect there to be such an outstanding woman in such a small mountain village, the old man praised. No, Uncle Wu, the siblings are not from this village, Zheng Shixiang said. I have seen the girl once. I know her, but she may not know me. Oh, forget it. Let's go. Two groups of 4 people brushed past each other. After the siblings had walked away, he whispered, People from Jing also come here to see a doctor? They are from Jing? The Su family in Jing. Which Su family? The old man, surnamed Wu, asked in surprise. The Su family. Oh, it was still raining until evening. On Nanshan Hill there was a light. Creak. The wooden door opened. Wang Yao came out of the house. It's still raining? Woof, 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 woof. Hmm? Wang Yao looked up at the sky and then down at his feet. Is it the sky, the feet, or both? He raised his hand and held it to the sky. The wind rose. He opened his hand and waved it. Woof! A gust of wind came. The rain came. With a shout, the rain seemed to have become heavier. Ha! Wang Yao looked up on the mountain and laughed. There was no reason for it. Woof! Poop picker, are you crazy? Sanxian barked a few times. Go into the house and sleep. Wang Yao smiled and touched Sanxian's head. The rain stopped after midnight. The next day, the sun rose early. After the rain on the empty mountain, autumn came late. After the rain, the air in the mountain village was very fresh and pleasant. In the morning, Wang Yao went down the mountain and went to the clinic. It didn't take long for Zheng Shixiang to visit him. Hello, Dr. Wang, Zheng Shixiang said. Please sit down and wait for a moment. The medicine is ready. I'll go with you, Zheng Shixiang said. Okay, Zheng Shixiang said. He went to Sun Yunqing's house with the medicine. Zheng Weijun was still lying in bed. He was in a special state. Give him the medicine. After telling him the dosage, the old man, surnamed Wu, gave a bowl of medicine to the sleeping Zheng Weijun. Wang Yao sat by the bed and checked Zheng Weijun's pulse every half an hour. Zheng Weijun was sleeping, so he couldn't ask. When will he get up? Zheng Weijun asked. Tomorrow morning, Zheng Weijun said. Let me know when he wakes up, Zheng Weijun said. Okay, Zheng Weijun said. After taking the medicine and making sure there was no big problem, Wang Yao left. Uncle Wu. As soon as he left, the old man, surnamed Wu, immediately came over to check Zheng Weijun's body. What's wrong? The medicine is extraordinary. It's really powerful. As the saying goes, once an expert makes a move, he will know whether he is an expert or not. The old man, surnamed Wu, is also an expert in medicine. He could know the efficacy of the bowl of medicine by checking Zheng Weijun's pulse. Where's the medicine? Here it is. The old man poured a little and put it into his mouth. He tasted it carefully. Ginseng, gorgon, wolfberry, sealwort, and glossy ganoderma. No, it's impossible to have such a magical effect with just these few herbs. What medicine is it? He frowned. He couldn't guess the remaining components of the medicine. Uncle Wu, don't think about it if you can't figure it out. Zheng Shixiang, who was next to him, softly advised him. I've been possessed again, the old man said with a smile. The last time he got the medicine from the king of medicine's disciple, he was also like this. However, he had been possessed for a long time. At that time, he really wanted to figure out the composition of the medicine. In the end, he didn't succeed. This time, he encountered the same situation. He's really extraordinary at such a young age. I have to admire him. The old man sighed. Don't be so emotional. Come on, have a cup of tea. Zheng Shixiang smiled and poured a cup of water for him. I had nothing to do last night, so I deliberately searched for the situation in this village on the internet. Not long ago, something big happened in this village. Chapter 6:23. What's the matter? Look, Zheng Shixiang handed the phone to Dr. Wu. Not long ago, this place was under martial law because of a severe infectious disease, Zheng Shixiang said. More than a dozen people died. The terrible storm was handled well. The key was that the corresponding medicine was developed in time to control and solve the problem quickly. Therefore, the news did not spread all over the country. Even many cities in Qi province did not know about the terrible things that had happened here, let alone the cities in the south. Well, I haven't heard of that, Dr. Wu said. Look at this. Wu Xingyan, is he your family? Of course, this was a joke. Ha. Dr. Wu smiled. I know him. He's a very famous doctor. Look here. Professor Wu and Dr. Wang are the ones who developed the medicine. Oh, it should be him, Dr. Wu said. Yes, I think it's him, Zheng Shixiang said. Where is the source of the disease? Dr. Wu asked. I asked about that. It's on Shishan Mountain. Zheng Shixiang pointed to the west. Then, you have to be careful. Don't go up the mountain. Although there is a treatment medicine, it will be troublesome if you bring it back and infect the young master. Well, I've already told them. After returning to the clinic, Wang Yao took out the black notebook and carefully recorded the changes in Zheng Weijuan's condition. The young man's body was like a piece of land. It was now barren and about to become a piece of wasteland. However, this piece of land was full of all kinds of pests. While he was thinking about how to use the medicine to kill these pests, there was suddenly a knock on the door. "Come in." Wang Yao's voice came through the door and fell into the ears of the people outside. There was a soft sigh. "Sir." A pleasant voice came into the room. It was like a bird singing happily in the forest or a spring flowing happily in the mountains. "Xiaoxue, why are you here?" Looking at the beautiful person who was like a fairy, Wang Yao was quite surprised. "Xiaoxue missed you, so I came to see you," Xiaoxue answered straightforwardly. She said what was on her mind. "Huh?" Wang Yao was stunned. She missed him, so she came. Yes, that was a good enough reason. "Sir, this is Aunt Lien." She introduced the woman beside her, who looked to be in her 30s, to Wang Yao. "Hello, Dr. Wang." "Hello, come in and have a seat." Wang Yao smiled and brewed a pot of tea for them. "Please have some tea." "Thank you, sir," Su Xiaoxue said. "Miss is so happy." Chu Yin looked at Su Xiaoxue, whose eyes were like crescent moons. "I didn't see her so happy when she was in Beijing." "Sir, are you busy recently?" "Fortunately, I'm not particularly busy." "Did the infectious disease last time bring you any trouble?" Su Xiaoxue asked. "There was some trouble, but it's all over for now." Su Xiaoxue was like a happy lark. She asked Wang Yao a lot of questions. Miss was not like this when she was in Beijing, Chu Yin said with a sigh. When she was in Beijing, Su Xiaoxue often sat alone in the yard in a daze. She was not particularly talkative. At that time, she was very gentle. She was not as cheerful as she was now. After coming to Beijing, it was as if she had become a different person. "This lady doesn't guard against Dr. Wang," Chu Yin said to herself. In other words, she was not guarded against Wang Yao at all. What Madame is worried about is true. What kind of person would be like this? They did not have a close blood relationship, but they were so close and trusted each other. Unless they really liked someone and were willing to do everything for him. "Sir, I feel that my practice has made progress again," Su Xiaoxue said. She was like a primary school student who wanted to be praised by her teacher. "Well, I feel it. Congratulations. Keep up the good work." The things that Su Xiaoxue practiced were taught by Wang Yao. He was very familiar with it. He could clearly feel the progress. "Well, I will definitely work hard," Su Xiaoxue said as she clenched her small fist. "In the People's Hospital of Lianshan County, Doctor, do you think it is possible to cure my father's condition?" To tell you the truth, it is basically impossible for him to return to the same condition as before, the doctor said. If he can take care of himself and doesn't need anyone to take care of him, he will recover well. However, don't give up. Let the patient move more, exercise, and pay attention to keeping him warm. Don't fall again because his hands and feet are not flexible now. If he falls, the first reaction of a normal person is to support himself with his hands. He also wants to, but his arms can't respond in time, and his legs have no strength. In this way, his head will hit the ground first. What he said was definitely not an alarmist. Many patients with thrombosis fell to the ground because they did not pay attention to their daily life. As a result, their condition worsened. Many people even died because of it. "Doctor, I don't know why there is an acupuncture department in the hospital. Is acupuncture effective in my husband's condition?" "The effect is limited, but the recovery treatment center here is still effective." "You can consider it," the doctor said. "Well, what about the cost?" "Is 60 yuan per session. This can be reimbursed. Whether it is cooperative medical care or medical insurance, the procedures are on the wall." The doctor pointed to a procedure posted on the wall. Now that the country's medical reform was constantly improving, the people in many places had received practical benefits and discounts. "Okay, I will consider it," the woman said. This was the second time her husband was hospitalized for treatment. After returning to the ward, she told her husband about it. "Okay, do it." It was as if there was something in his mouth. He could not speak clearly. Because of the thrombosis, her husband's legs were inconvenient. His mouth was slanted to one side, and he had facial paralysis. "Okay." When she came out of the ward, she happened to hear someone talking. There's a person in our village who was hospitalized a few days ago. He can't walk well, and his hands don't listen to him. I heard that he went out for a massage. He looks much better now. Well, miss, I want to ask, where did the patient you mentioned get the massage? The woman heard the words and immediately went forward to ask. Ah, I don't know, the woman said. Then which village are you from? Where does the patient you mentioned live? Tell me about it. My husband also has the same disease. I am from Dongyan. That person lives in the southwest of our village. He lives in the second row of houses. His name is Shirley. You can ask around. It will be easy to find him. Okay, thank you, miss, the woman said. No problem. The woman waved her hand. The woman returned to the ward and told her husband and her son, who were accompanying her in bed, about what had happened. Mom, that is a lie. Do you believe it? Her son shouted as soon as he heard it. I don't think so. You stay here. I will go and have a look. Maybe it will be useful. Mom, why don't you hear about it? Let me tell you, these scammers nowadays have all kinds of methods to deceive people. They are all pervasive. They especially like to pick on old women like you who are uneducated and ignorant. All right, don't talk nonsense. Take good care of your father. Call me if you need a doctor first. Remember, don't just play with your phone. I will go out and have a look. I will be back soon, the woman said. Look, you just don't listen to me. Okay, slow down. Don't be deceived. If someone wants to trick you into buying medicine, don't buy it. By the way, which village are you going to? Dongyan Village. It is not far from here. The woman rode the electric bike to Dongyan Village in the north of the county. She asked around and went to Shirley's house. At this time, Shirley was feeding the chickens. He heard someone knocking outside the door and went out. It was a stranger. Hello, is this Shirley's house? The woman asked. Yes, I am. What can I do for you? Shirley asked. He did not know this person. Well, I heard that you also had thrombosis a few days ago. Have you been hospitalized? The woman asked. Yes, Shirley replied. Are you better now? The woman asked while looking at him. Chapter 6:24. Well, look, my hands and legs are the same as before, but I haven't recovered my strength yet, Shirley said to the woman while moving his arms and legs. My husband also has the same disease, and he is still in the county hospital, Wang Yao said. I heard that you were cured by a massage, so I came to ask where the doctor was. In Songbai, Wang Village, Shirley said. The doctor not only gave me a massage, but also gave me acupuncture. I spent a total of 10 days and only spent 1,000 yuan to recover. What's the doctor's name? Wang Yao asked. Well, his surname is Wang, Shirley said. He's the only doctor in the village. Well, thank you, Wang Yao said. The woman left after asking. She went back to the hospital and told her husband and son about it. It's probably a lie. Her son still insisted on his original opinion. When you're discharged, we'll go and have a look, Wang Yao said. Well, okay. Her husband nodded. In a mountain village, Su Xiaoxue chatted with Wang Yao in the clinic for a long time. She didn't want to leave. Dr. Wang, I want to practice medicine with you, Su Xiaoxue said. Her words were shocking. Practice medicine with me, but this is a clinic, Wang Yao said. I'll learn medicine from you, Su Xiaoxue said. Wang Yao was stunned. For a moment, he didn't know what to say. Does your family agree? Wang Yao asked. He knew Su Xiaoxue's family. It was a big family in Jing. It was not an exaggeration to call them rich and noble. How could such a family let their beloved daughter come to the mountain village to study and live with him? I decide my own business, Wang Yao said. My little princess, you didn't say that when you went out, Chu Lian said with a sigh. While Wang Yao was in a dilemma, a person knocked on the door and entered the clinic. It was Zheng Shixiao. Sorry to disturb you, Dr. Wang. He looked at the two people sitting in the room. So beautiful. The young woman was like a fairy in a painting. She was so beautiful that she didn't look like a human. The woman next to her was also charming. What's the matter? Is Dr. Wang free at noon? I'd like to treat you to a meal, Zheng Shixiang said. Thank you. These two friends of mine came from afar. I still have to entertain them. Another day then. Zheng Shixiang smiled and nodded at the two men before leaving the clinic. A car from Beijing? Here to see a doctor? At noon, Wang Yao invited Su Xiaoxue, Chu Lian, Chen Ying, and Chinzhou, who had come from afar, to a restaurant in the village. In the afternoon, Su Xiaoxue did not leave. Instead, she followed Wang Yao back to the clinic and asked him some questions, mainly about cultivation. In this regard, other than Wang Yao, no one else could help her much. After carefully examining Su Xiaoxue's cultivation, Wang Yao had to admit that the girl in front of him was indeed very talented in cultivation. If he did not have an advantage that could not be replicated, he was afraid that he would not be able to beat her. Chu Yin sat quietly on the side, listening to their conversation. She knew what Wang Yao was talking about. In fact, she had been in contact with it for a long time. However, in her opinion, it was very illusory. After all, in modern society, there were very few people who practiced martial arts. At most, it was to strengthen the body. Who would be willing to calm down and practice martial arts? Some people wanted to, but they could not find a method. Over time, they felt that those things had long been lost and were all legends. As for how far the young man had practiced martial arts, she did not know. However, the sound in the morning was really surprising. The person was in the room, but the sound had been transmitted to the outside of the door. It was more than 30 feet away, but it was clearly heard. It was like the secret sound transmission skill in novels. Wang Yao did not avoid it, because he did not feel the existence of qi from Chu Yin. It was useless to talk about these things with her. At this time, most of the things he talked about were things in the Taoist scriptures. The things in the natural classics were basically not in it. It was just some ideas. Su Xiaoxue listened very carefully. Time passed quickly. Soon, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. "Miss, we should leave," Chu Yin reminded her. "Oh, sorry to disturb you, Dr. Wang." Su Xiaoxue was a little reluctant to leave. "It's okay. Do you have anything to do tomorrow?" "Tomorrow, as usual. I'll see a house call here," Wang Yao said. "I'll come again tomorrow to disturb you." "Ah, okay. Sorry to disturb you," Chu Yin said with a smile. "It's okay." They said goodbye and left. After leaving the clinic, Chu Yin softly asked, "Miss, are you happy today?" "Yes, very happy," Su Xiaoxue said with a smile. At this time, her mood was written on her face. These days, her wish had been fulfilled. Naturally, she was very happy to see the person she wanted to see. "Miss, we can't always disturb Dr. Wang," Chu Yin said. "He has to see patients." "Well, I know that, but I really want to learn from him." "Whether he agrees or not is another matter," Chu Yin said. "Mr. Su and Mrs. Su won't agree." "That's not necessarily true." Su Xiaoxue winked slyly. "In Jing, thousands of miles away, she went out." "Where did she go?" She asked Chu Yin to accompany her to walk around. Song Ruiping had a gentle smile on her face. "Oh, I'll come back another day." Guojing has smiled. "Oh, okay." There was no disappointment at all. He politely said goodbye. "Ah, this child of the Guo family is... What a pity." Song Ruiping sighed. "What's a pity?" A low and powerful voice came from outside. "Well, why are you back at this time?" "I came back to take some things," Su Xianghua said. "I have to go downstairs." "Where are you going?" "Southeast." "Where's Xiaoxue?" "Where else can she go?" "In that mountain village," Song Ruiping said. "Guojinghe just came to see Xiaoxue again." "That's right. He is bent on seducing our daughter. Because of this, his father specially came to see me." "I'm telling you, don't be silly. How could I dare to make fun of our daughter's wife?" Su Xianghua asked. "Let's go. Take care of yourself outside." "Okay." Night enveloped Shenzhou. The cold moonlight was like gauze or fog. The mountain village was very quiet. "Sister Chuning, thank you," Su Xiaoxue said happily. She didn't go out to live. Instead, she lived in the house rented by Chuning. It was a 4-tiled house. In addition to the living room and kitchen, there were 2 bedrooms. Originally, Chu Yin didn't want to live there. After all, there was a driver in addition to the 2 of them. However, Su Xiaoxue insisted on living there. She had no choice but to make do with it for one night. "Does Dr. Wang still go up the mountain at night?" "Should be," Chuning said. "Up the mountain?" Chu Yin was a little confused. "Dr. Wang has a herbal field on Nanshan Hill. He stays on the mountain at night," Su Xiaoxue said. "Unfortunately, I didn't go up to see it. Have you been up there?" "I was lucky to see it." "How is it?" Su Xiaoxue asked. Well, Buffon, Chening said after a moment of silence. Buffon, I also want to see it. Why don't you go with me tomorrow morning? Su Xiaoxue asked. Well, Dr. Wang has closed the mountain recently, Chening said. Closed the mountain? What does that mean? Su Xiaoxue asked. He has surrounded it with trees to prevent outsiders from going up the mountain, Chening said concisely. Why? Su Xiaoxue asked. A few days ago, a person died on the mountain, Chening said. There are rumors in the village that it has something to do with Dr. Wang. How can they talk nonsense? Su Xiaoxue asked. She didn't know what had happened. She didn't hesitate to stand on Wang Yao's side. I don't think Dr. Wang likes outsiders to go up the mountain, Chening said. There was an outbreak of an infectious disease a few days ago. The source of infection was on Shishan Hill. It's hard to say if there is also an infectious disease on Nanshan Hill. Miss, you'd better not go up there. With Dr. Wang there is no need to be afraid of an infectious disease. Let's go and have a look. Okay, I'll go with you tomorrow. In a mountain village, the Sun family, Mr. Wu sat by the bed and felt the pulse of a young man who was still in a coma. How is it, Uncle Wu? Su Xiaoxue asked. From a pulse, it is stable and slightly better, Mr. Wu said. Chapter 6:25. You may wake up early, Dr. Chen said. Oh, you should get ready early, Dr. Chen said. Okay, Dr. Chen said. On Nanshan Hill, Wang Yao sat in the herbal field and looked at the sky. San Xian was lying next to him. San Xian, there's a beautiful girl who likes me. What do you think I should do? In fact, Su Xiaoxue was not young. She was in her 20s. Woof, are you asking me how I feel? Wang Yao asked. Well, how should I put it? It would be a lie to say that I have no feelings for such a beautiful girl. However, we seem to be people from two different worlds. I am a wild crane in the mountains. She is a dazzling pearl in the bustling city. We are too far apart. Woof. What? You also want to have a companion, Wang Yao said. There are some dogs at the foot of the hill. Go down and have a look. Is there anyone you like? Woof. What do you mean by that look? San Xian got up and went back to his kennel without looking back. He looked up at the sky. The next day, the weather was fine. The morning air in the mountain village was particularly fresh and slightly cool. Su Xiaoxue got up very early. Chening had already prepared breakfast for them. After breakfast, the four of them set off. They walked along the mountain road and went straight to Nanshan Hill. The mountain was even quieter. Cuckoo, cuckoo. The sound of birds could be heard. Cuckoo. Yes. Ah, the air here is so fresh. Su Xiaoxue stretched and took a deep breath. The four of them walked for a short time. They went around Yifeng Mountain. Nanshan Hill appeared in front of them. At this time, the Naheim Mountain was surrounded by clouds and fog. Trees and rocks could be vaguely seen. It was quite a fairyland in the clouds. It is so beautiful. This mountain is different from the others. Chu Yin sighed. She couldn't tell what was different, but it just looked different. Let's go. They continued to move forward. Nanshan Hill looked quite close, but it took a while to walk. They arrived at the foot of the mountain and looked up. At this time, the green trees on the mountain were already visible. There seemed to be a lot of birds nearby. The sound was particularly cheerful. Phew! Hiss! When they arrived at the foot of the mountain, they felt that their breathing was much easier. Can I go up the mountain? It's best if you don't, Chening said. She and her younger brother had been here more than once these days, but they had never gone up the mountain, even once when they reached the foot of the mountain. You don't like it? Yes. Then I won't go up. They stood at the foot of the mountain for a while, then turned and left. On the top of the mountain, Wang Yao stood on a rock and looked at the people below the mountain. He had seen them from afar when they were walking on the mountain path. He also saw them staying at the foot of the mountain for a while, but they didn't come up. Miss, what are your plans for today? Okay, let's walk around. What other interesting places are there in Lianshan County? There's an interesting place here. You've been there before. Chening said, after thinking for a while. The two of them had been walking around for the past few days. To be honest, there weren't many places to go in this small county town. There weren't any historical sites, nor were there any beautiful scenery. It couldn't compare to the ancient charm, prosperity, and scenic spots of the capital. Forget it. We can't go up Nanshan Hill. Let's go to the nearby mountains to have a look. Miss, we can't go to Shishan Hill either, Chun-Ing said. Sir specifically said that the last infectious disease came from Shishan Hill. Now, the people in this village basically don't go to Shishan Hill. Let's go to Dongshan Hill then. Well, we can go there. So, they went to Dongshan Hill. Although it was called a hill, it was actually a territory. There weren't many trees on the hill. Most of the places were cultivated fields. They went all the way south along Dongshan Hill. It didn't take long for them to see Nanshan Hill. Unlike here, most of the places on Nanshan Hill were trees. It was a piece of green vitality. It looked pleasing to the eye. At that time, Wang Yao had already gone down the mountain. Sistering, is it okay if we go closer? Su Xiaoshu asked. Haha, well, let's go closer. They slowly came to the place where Dongshan Hill and Nanshan Hill met. Woof! Suddenly, there was a barking sound. What's that sound? A very majestic dog darted out from the back of the forest and stared at the four of them. What a big dog! Is this Mr. Sheng's dog? Yes, Chun-Ing said. She felt that it was bigger than the last time she saw it. What's its name? I heard Mr. Sheng call it Sanxian. Sanxian? What a strange name. Woof, woof. The dog barked at them a few times. Its voice was deep and powerful. Does he want us to leave? Yes. Let's go then. After speaking, she was the first to turn around. The group of people then went back along the way they came. Sistering, you've been staying here most of the time for more than a month. Don't you feel bored? It's okay, Chun-Ing said. I think I like staying here. Except for a period of time when there was a sudden outbreak of a terrible infectious disease, she had to stay there. Most of the time, she stayed in the village. Walking around, reading books at home, and listening to songs, she didn't feel bored. It was quite good. In the clinic, Wang Yao hadn't sat down for long before someone hurried in. Dr. Wang, Wei Jun is awake, Zheng Shixiang said. Okay, I'll go over now. In the room of Sun Yunqing's house. Child, how do you feel? The old man sat by the bed and asked the patient who had just woken up. Uncle Wu, how many times have I told you not to call me that? The young man's voice was like smoke. It was very light, as if a gust of wind could blow it away. I'm used to it. It's the same as last time. I don't have any strength. How long can he stay awake this time? About 4 hours. Where's this? In a small mountain village. There's a doctor here with extraordinary medical skills who cured Sun Yunqing's disease. I remember him. I used to pity him. Now that I think about it, I'm the pitiful one. The young man didn't even have much strength to sigh. Don't talk so much. Rest. Okay. After a while, Zheng Shixiang took Wang Yao to the room. Wang Yao walked in front of him and looked carefully. His eyes were dim. His gaze was drifting. He waved his hand in front of Wang Yao's eyes. Can you see clearly? I just see a blurry shadow. Give him the medicine first. Wang Yao drank a bowl of regathered soup. Take off his clothes and let me see. Wang Yao lifted the quilt and looked at the clothes on his body. His skinny body was exposed. He was just skin and bones. There was basically no muscle on his body. His skin was a strange blue-black color. It was as dry as tree bark. Wang Yao reached out and pressed gently. There was no elasticity. Can you feel my hand? Yes, it's blurry. Wang Yao took out a silver needle and chose an acupoint to insert it. How do you feel? No. He then changed 2 acupoints and repeated the process. The patient didn't feel much. Numbness, itchiness, and pain were very weak. He only felt a slight touch. Among the 5 senses, only his hearing was barely within the normal range. From the outside to the inside, his skin, bones, internal organs, and spirit were all normal. His situation was not much better than Su Xiaoshu's. How's his bowel movement? Wang Yao asked. Once every 2 to 3 days. Once or twice a day when he urinates, the old man said. In his current situation, a large amount of toxins had accumulated in his body and could not be excreted smoothly in time. The toxins would continue to poison his internal organs and other body tissues. Here is a medicine to help him detoxify. You can take it with the regather soup. Wang Yao took out another medicine. A leaf of antidote grass and ancient spring water was a good antidote to remove internal and external toxins. Okay, thank you. Wang Yao took the 2 kinds of decoctions. He waited by the side and checked for time to time. During this time, the old man named Wu gave him some soup. The smell of the soup was very strong and refreshing. Wang Yao could tell that a lot of precious herbs were used just by smelling it. Ginseng, angelica, wolfberry, velvet antler, and Ganoderma lucidum. This bowl of soup was like the legendary all-nourishing soup. This bowl of soup, the patient had only drunk less than 2/3 of it. Is this soup very particular? Wang Yao said. Yes, it is stewed with sea cucumber and red-scaled fish. Ginseng, velvet antler, Ganoderma lucidum, and many other herbs are added. Chapter 6:26. Wang Yao didn't think much of it. In fact, although the nutrients were very rich, going too far was as bad as not going far enough. With all these nutritious tonics gathered together, even ordinary people might not be able to handle it, let alone a person who was seriously ill. It was like a person who had not drunk water for 2 or 3 days. He could not drink in large gulps and could only drink in small sips. Otherwise, his body would feel unwell. With this bowl of tonics, it was still a question, how much could his weak and almost crippled intestines absorb? The excess would accumulate in his stomach, and over time, it would become a poison. Does he take this tonic every time he wakes up? Yes, he takes this small bowl every time he wakes up. Who gave him the prescription? Ji Lian in Jing. Huh, it was an unfamiliar name. Wang Yao had never heard of it before. How long has he been taking it? More than a month. Dr. Wang, is there anything wrong with this soup? The old man, surnamed Wu, asked. Drinking poison to quench thirst, Wang Yao said after thinking for a while. That's what Ji Lian said, but there is no better way. When a person was on the verge of death, as long as there was a chance of survival, even if he knew that it was poison and that he would die after a few days after taking it, he would still take it without hesitation. Stop here, Wang Yao said calmly. Stop? What about young master? He won't die with me around. It was very calm and straightforward, but it was extremely domineering. The old man and Zheng Shixiang were stunned for a while. After coming back to his senses, the old man said with a smile, Well, I won't give it to young master. What about the next medicine? The medicine that will make him fall into a deep sleep. Wang Yao said, Yes. Do you want to continue using it? Yes, Wang Yao said. He really wanted to see what this medicine was and how it worked. It was not a soup or ointment, but a pill the size of a big cherry. It was black and gave off a unique smell. Wang Yao could identify some of the medicines by the smell alone. Fleeceflower multiflorum, glossy Ganoderma, gynostemma. There were also some that he didn't know. There are not only herbs here, but also other things. After taking the pill with warm water, Zheng Weijun quickly fell asleep. Wang Yao followed beside him and reached out to check his pulse. The change in his pulse was very obvious. When he fell asleep, he fell into a state of deep sleep. In this state, his body's metabolism slowed to a very low level, almost 1/5 of a normal person's, or even lower. This state was somewhat like a hibernating snake or a bear. But there was one thing. His body had indeed slowed down its decline, but the foreign evils in his body weren't affected that much. They were still destroying the patient's body. The purpose of this medicine was to delay and keep him hanging. This medicine had its merits, and it also inspired Wang Yao. Slowing down the aging of the body is a good direction. Dr. Wang, what do you think? Okay, take the medicine like this first. Tell me when you wake up next time. All right. When Wang Yao left the Sun family, it was almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. What a strange medicine. The patients with intractable diseases from the Commission for Discipline Inspection had never taken medicine like this before. After returning to the medical center, he carefully recorded the treatment just now, especially the strange medicine he had never seen before. Near evening, Chuning invited him to the rented house for dinner. It was difficult to refuse. This time, it was Chu Yin and Chuning who cooked. The southern taste was mainly light. Sir, do you like it? It's quite good. The guests and the host enjoyed the meal. After dinner, Su Xiaoxua said, Let's play poker. Haha, okay. Wang Yao stayed to play a few games with them. He then left and returned home. After returning home and chatting for a while, Zhang Xiaoying mentioned Su Xiaoxua. I heard that a very beautiful girl came to see you. Did she come from Jing? A beautiful girl came to the village. She was like a fairy, and she came to see Wang Yao. The news quickly spread in the village. Feng Hui's son is really lucky in love, Zhang Xiuying said. Yes, his previous girlfriend was very beautiful. A few days ago, another one came. She was also very beautiful. She lived in the village. Now, there's a more beautiful one. This young man has a way of doing things. The so-called person who came a few days ago was naturally chunning. During the time she lived in the village, almost half of the villagers had seen this extraordinarily beautiful woman. She's the girl I told you about last time. I went to Jing to see her. I know. You've been here several times, haven't you? Zhang Xiuying asked with a smile. Ah, yes. I've also seen the girl. She is very beautiful. Wang Yao felt that his mother was implying something. Your sister is getting married in October. You have to hurry up. Sure enough, it was because of this. Oh, I know, Mom. Nothing happened that night. The next morning, the sky was slightly gloomy. In the People's Hospital in Lianshan County. Doctor, don't you need to stay for another 2 days? That's not necessary. He has been here for half a month. It's quite stable. There is no obvious effect of treatment. Let's leave the hospital, the doctor said. The patient condition was very stable. This stable had two meanings. One was that there was no deterioration. The other was, as the doctor said, there was no improvement. Staying in the hospital was just occupying a bed. The beds in the department were very tight. 2 more patients came in last night. Well, I'll have to trouble you during this period. Not at all, the doctor said. After the woman left, the doctor sighed and said, another one. The one who came in twice. Yes, I prescribed him imported medicine, the doctor said. That's quite expensive. His colleague stopped writing after hearing that. The effect is good. If it's tied again, it will be troublesome. The woman and her son finished the discharge procedures. They slowly walked to the elevator with her father, who was drawing circles with each step. Please make way. The elevator in the hospital was very crowded. Everyone consciously left a certain space for this special patient. Ding! The elevator reached the first floor. The door opened. Sigh, there's so many problems nowadays. Yes, I have a young man in my hometown. He had this problem in his 20s. Now, he walks in circles like this. Walking in circles. Because one leg was not very strenuous, the other weak leg moved over. In the process of moving, it did not listen to him and drew a semicircle. After getting in the car, the woman said, Go to Wang Village. Mom, are you okay? Don't joke. I told you that it's a lie. Go, in case it works, the woman said. I've asked other people in the village. The man named he surely did have cerebral thrombosis last winter. But now he is fine. I heard that he did not take any special medicine. He just wanted Dr. Wang to treat him. Isn't that right, Lao Feng? She turned to her husband and asked, Go. The man's words were not clear. The corner of his mouth was tilted to one side, and saliva flowed out. He trembled and wiped his forehead with a handkerchief. It turned out that not only his leg, but also his arm was not very obedient. Drive, go now, the man said. You can't be like your father all his life. Okay, I'll go now. I hope it works. The young man drove to Songbai town. He asked around and found the small mountain village hidden in the mountains. It's so remote. As soon as he entered the village, he found something different. There were several luxury cars parked on the road in the village. Damn, there are many rich people in this small village. These are all imported cars. They cost more than $1 million. The young man sighed. It's in the southernmost part of the village, east of the road. It's a very different courtyard. The car stopped at the south end of the village. Then, he saw the small courtyard with some Hinduish style. Hey, this house is quite beautiful. Get out of the car. I'll ask around. The woman knocked on the door and entered the clinic. Wang Yao happened to be there. Well, is Dr. Wang here? Looking at the young man who was about the same age as her son, she was still a little uncertain. Hello, I am. What can I do for you? It's like this. My husband has thrombosis. He has just been discharged from the hospital. He heard that you can treat the disease, so he came to have a look. Chapter 6:27. I'll take a look at him first. Where is he? He's outside. I'll let him in. The woman hurriedly went out and helped her husband into the clinic with her son. Mom, is this the doctor you mentioned? The young man was stunned when he saw Wang Yao. Yes, keep your voice down. Don't make so much noise. He's so young. Can he be reliable? Looking at his expression, one could already understand what he wanted to express. Is this the first time you tied him up? It was difficult for him to walk. His legs and arms were not flexible. He had facial paralysis. He was drooling at the corner of his mouth. No, he's hospitalized for the second time. The last time was 2 years ago, the woman said. Woo, said the man. Help him sit down first. This disease was rooted in the head. The formation of blood clots prevented the normal operation of the meridians. It was a disease of poor qi and blood flow. Is this the first time he's sick? No, this is the second time he's been hospitalized. He was hospitalized for the first time more than a year ago. Wang Yao carefully checked him, especially the head. Do you want to receive treatment here? Yes. The young man pouted. Nonsense. I came here to see you. Did I come here to buy pancakes from you? He was about to speak when he was hit by his mother. He swallowed the words that were about to come out of his mouth. Okay, sit down. Wang Yao took out the silver needles. Don't move. He first inserted the needles. The first place he chose was the head. This patient was different from the previous one. To be precise, his condition was more serious. Therefore, Wang Yao chose to directly stimulate the head, where the qi and blood flow was not smooth. Is this okay? He just stabbed the head. The young man was obviously worried about his father's safety. He stared at him closely. His mother was also very worried. Her hands were holding her clothes. She was so nervous that her palms were sweating. Lao Feng, how do you feel? Just tell me if you don't feel well. Well, okay. Wang Yao smiled after hearing that. After inserting the needles, he began to massage the acupoints. First, he massaged the face. He gently massaged the face. The strength gradually increased. Acupoints, meridians, points, lines. This process was similar to removing blood clots, using external stimulation to clear up the originally clogged meridians. The circulation of qi and blood was like a surging river. If it was weak and smooth, it would moisten the banks, but if it was clogged, it would cause a flood. How do you feel? Very comfortable, the man said. Wang Yao's massage made his head feel very warm. The previous feeling of numbness and swelling was gone. It was indeed a lot more comfortable. Come on, raise your arms. Move according to this posture. Wang Yao didn't massage him immediately. Instead, he let him move his arms first. Shake hands. Use force. Okay. The flexibility and strength of this person's arms were not as good as the previous patient, but the problem with his legs was more serious. After warming up, Wang Yao began the next step of the treatment, which was to massage the acupoints. He looks quite professional. It's quite intimidating. Dad, what do you think? Yes, it's quite comfortable. Hey, why do I feel that your speech has become much more nimble? The woman said happily. Say something else for me. Say what? Hey, it's nimble, isn't it, son? Yes, it is. Although he didn't like the young doctor before, he had to admit that this short treatment did make his father speak a lot more nimbly. He could also see that the corners of his father's mouth did not seem to be as slanted as before. You have some skills. Unconsciously, his opinion of the young doctor began to change. Well, today's treatment will end here. I have a medicine here. Wang Yao took out the pills that he had made a few days ago. Let's talk about the price of the treatment first. The massage and acupuncture treatment will cost 200 yuan. The pills will cost 200 yuan each. So expensive. The little good impression that the young man had disappeared in an instant. The medicine is not expensive, Wang Yao calmly said. The medicinal herbs were all wild, and most of them were grown in his own medicinal field. Inside this spirit-gathering array, they absorbed the spirit qi of this side of the world to grow. The medicinal efficacy was not inferior to the wild medicinal herbs in the remote mountains. Moreover, there was also the soup made from the spirit grass purple rain mixed in with the pills. This spirit grass was difficult to obtain even if one had the money. Yes, we'll buy it, the woman hurriedly said. How much does he need to take to be cured? 1 pill a day. Let's see how it goes for 10 days first, Wang Yao said. 10 days, 2,000 yuan. During the period when her husband was in the hospital, she had spent more than 10,000 yuan. Even with the reimbursement of the cooperative medical service, she had spent more than 8,000 yuan. She was willing to pay 2,000 yuan as long as her husband's illness could be cured. Mom, her son couldn't stand it anymore. He felt that he had to come out and dissuade his mother. Otherwise, his mother would have to count the money for others if she was cheated. Well, Dr. Wang, what do you think about this? We'll buy 3 pills first. Yes, Wang Yao said. As the saying goes, true gold fears no fire. He had absolute confidence in the medicine he made. 3 pills were enough to see the effect. I'm sorry, the young man said. Are you planning to sell 1 pill at a time and make a profit at a time? In fact, Wang Yao didn't care too much about the money, but the medicine had to have a price because he worked hard to make it. It had value. After paying for 3 pills, the woman carefully kept them. Sorry to trouble you, Dr. Wang. You're welcome. These are some daily precautions I wrote. I think in addition to this disease, he also has high blood pressure and high blood lipids, right? Yes. He has to pay attention to his life in the future. Thrombosis has a lot to do with diabetes. He has to change his habits, exercise more, and pay attention to his diet. Yes, I know. The woman sincerely expressed her gratitude to Wang Yao and left. After leaving the clinic, the young man said, Mom, he's a liar. What liar? Keep your voice down. Don't let Dr. Wang hear you. Didn't you see that the corner of your father's mouth is better? He also speaks more smoothly. That doctor is a real person, the woman complained. I saw it, but he doesn't need to pay 200 yuan for 1 pill. Maybe he hit the jackpot. Shut up, the woman said. Wild ginseng costs thousands of yuan. What's wrong with 200 yuan for 1 pill? When we were discharged from the hospital, the imported medicine they gave us cost 75 yuan. Why didn't you think it was expensive at that time? That was a regular hospital, the woman said. Okay, let's go home, the patient said. The patient said. His speech was still a little unclear, but it was already better than when he came. Okay, let's go home, the woman said. In the mountain village, the Sun family's home. Well, it's strange. Why did he wake up so early this time? The old man asked. Child, do you feel uncomfortable anywhere? The old man looked at the young man who had woken up in bed. He woke up 2 days earlier than usual. He didn't want anything to go wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It seems to be a little better than the last time I woke up. My body can feel pain. Pain? Where does it hurt? The old man hurriedly asked. It hurts everywhere, but it's not particularly bad. You don't have to worry too much, Zheng Weijun said with a smile. Wait a moment. Zheng Shixiang quickly came to the clinic and asked Wang Yao to wait for him. You woke up? When did you wake up? Just now. Wang Yao immediately got up and went to the Sun family's house with Zheng Shixiang. He carefully looked at the young man. It should be the effect of the antidote, Wang Yao said. The antidote soup he made had a destructive and restraining effect on the medicine that could make the young man fall into a coma. It made the medicine lose its effect in advance. What should we do? It doesn't matter if he wakes up, Wang Yao said. Don't give him the decoction. Continue to take the 2 decoctions I prescribed. Okay, the old man said. This was the only way. He couldn't think of any better way. Wang Yao turned his head and looked at the sky. Tomorrow, I'll come back at 9 a.m. to give him acupuncture. Give him the medicine half an hour in advance. Okay, the next period may be very difficult for him, Wang Yao said. Why? His 5 senses will slowly recover, Wang Yao said. All kinds of pain will come one by one. You have to be mentally prepared. Chapter 628. I miss the days when my body was in pain, Zheng Weijun said. At least at that time, I felt like my body was mine. Now, I feel like a piece of wood. It's good to have that thought. Dr. Wang, are you free at noon? Why don't you stay for a meal? Zheng Shixiang invited him. I really don't need to. I've told my family that I'll eat at home. Thank you. Another day then. Zheng Shixiang walked Wang Yao out of the door before going back. Uncle Wu, is Weijun okay? I don't see any problems, the old man said after checking carefully. I hope he's okay. The young man was lying on the bed with a pale face. His vision was blurry, as if there was a thick layer of fog floating in front of him. He couldn't see clearly. There was only light and shadow. All kinds of colors and beautiful scenery could not be seen. Although it was not considered as losing the light, it was not far from it. Sometimes he would dream that he was in a blurry place. Everything around him was blurry. There was nothing and no sound. As for him, he stood there quietly. It was as if he had fallen into chaos. He couldn't see, couldn't speak, and couldn't hear. This state was very uncomfortable. It was a painful torture. He didn't want to sleep. Sometimes he even wanted to die. Living was a torture. Now he was awake. He just lay there quietly. Uncle Wu? Wei Jun, Uncle Wu has gone out. I'm here. Third uncle. It's me, Zheng Shixiang said. What's wrong? Are you not feeling well? No, I just want to find someone to talk to. Then talk, but don't talk too much. Uncle Wu said that you need to rest now. Third uncle, I haven't seen you in a long time. I don't know if you've gained weight. I've gained a few pounds. Zheng Shixiang looked at the junior lying on the bed. His eyes were full of love. Is Xiao Rui still so naughty? Yes, he's still naughty. I haven't seen him for some time. It's my fault. I made you accompany a dying man back and forth. In fact, I don't want to live like this. Wei Jun, don't say that. I really want to see this world again, to see my loved ones. Creak. The door opened. What's wrong? When the old man came in, he saw the young man lying on the bed crying. Do you feel uncomfortable anywhere? No, Uncle Wu. I just thought of something and got a little emotional. In your current situation, you can't let your emotions fluctuate too much. Uncle Wu, can I ask Dr. Wang for help? I want to see you and third uncle as soon as possible, Zheng Weijun said. All right, I'll ask him, the old man said. In another family in the mountain village, Su Xiaoxue sat quietly in the yard and looked at the sky. The sky here is so blue. That's right. After all, it's better in the capital, Chu Yin said. Why don't we rent a house here like sistering? Or we can buy one and stay here for a while when we're free. Okay? Well, Chu Yin was a little embarrassed. Buying a house is not a problem. I can do it right away. I'll come when I'm free. I can't make the decision. I'll talk to my mother when I go back, Su Xiaoxue said. Okay, Chu Yin said. Chu Yin went to discuss the matter with Chening. Buy a house here? Chening asked. Yes, that's what Miss Wang wants, Chu Yin said. That's easy. Leave it to me. In the afternoon, Wang Ziqing came to the clinic. His complexion was obviously much better than the last time he saw him. Sorry to bother you again, he said with a smile. Is it urgent? Wang Yao said. The man's anxiety was written all over his face. He was so anxious that the corners of his mouth had ulcers. Yes, it's urgent, Wang Ziqing said. He hadn't gone out to work for several days. He had no job and no income. Fortunately, his wife had a job in town. However, he didn't think it was right for a man to stay at home and take care of the children and do housework while his wife worked outside to support the family. Let me take a look. Wang Yao carefully checked him. Don't worry. Okay, continue to take care of yourself at home. Wang Ziqing was stunned. Is there any medicine that can help me recover faster? I can't wait any longer. No, you have a problem with your mentality. I have a book here. Can you read it? What book? Wang Ziqing was stunned. This. Wang Yao picked up a book on the table and handed it to him. This is... Holy shit. The Yellow Court Scripture? Take a look. It's good for self-cultivation, Wang Yao said with a smile. I don't understand it, Wang Ziqing said. Wang Ziqing said angrily. Who would dare to read this kind of Taoist scripture at home? He didn't understand these things. Listen to me. Don't worry. Are you in your 30s? 34. Go back, Wang Yao said. Wang Ziqing was not used to the sudden change of topic. Okay. Wang Ziqing sighed and turned to leave. Sir. Yes, what's the matter? Yes, Xiaoxue wants to buy a house here. Buy a house. Someone else wanted to buy a house here. Okay, I'll ask, Wang Yao said. It was not a big problem to buy a house. Sorry to trouble you, sir. In Jing. Are you sure? Yes, she did go there. Really? Is she going to thank him for saving her life? Guo Jinghe took a sip of wine and looked at the sky outside. The crescent moon was like a hook. The next afternoon, another guest came to the clinic. It was a guest from afar. Dr. Wang, can I call you Brother Wang? Guo Jinghe smiled. As you wish, Wang Yao said with a smile. He was indeed a few years older than Guo Jinghe. That's settled, Guo Jinghe said. Don't call me doctor. This is tea from Xiangxi. Although it is not a famous tea, it tastes good. Try it. Thank you. Wang Yao looked at Guo Jinghe. His smile was as bright as spring. What are you doing here? Can I come to see you if I have nothing to do? You saved my life. Don't mention it. I took money when I saved you. You don't owe me anything. It's not the same, Guo Jinghe said. Sir. A cheerful voice came from outside. Su Xiaoxue came into the clinic with a smile. Hey, Jinghe, you are here too? Hello, Xiaoxue, what a coincidence. Yes, I didn't expect you to be here. It's too boring to stay in Jing, Su Xiaoxue said. I came to see you as a distraction. I also came to see Brother Wang. Brother Jinghe, aren't you busy with work? Su Xiaoxue asked. I heard you're now a deputy county magistrate. Haha, no, just a nomination. Wang Yao could not help but feel a little emotional. Sure enough, it was easier to get things done with people in the government. He could be in a high position at such a young age. His future would be limitless. Since it's such a coincidence, I'll treat everyone to a meal at noon. Since you are a guest from afar, it's my treat, Wang Yao said. Huh? Chu Lian, who came in later, also saw Guo Jinghe. Auntie Lian, Jinghe is also here. What a coincidence. Yes, what a coincidence. At noon, it was the same restaurant in the village. There was one table, 2 bottles of wine, several people, and several dishes. After eating, Guo Jinghe praised, well, the dishes are delicious. It's not as good as the big restaurants in Jing. After all, it's just a small restaurant in a mountain village, but the ingredients are fresh, Wang Yao said. Brother Wang, have you been busy recently? Not bad. It's a waste of your talent to stay in this mountain village. You should go to a big city to develop your career. Are you interested in going to Jing? He had asked this question more than once. I still prefer to stay here. The same answer was the same as before. After lunch, Guo Jinghe did not leave. He stayed with Su Xiaoxue and talked for a while. Xiaoxue, are you going to stay here? Yes, I plan to stay here, Su Xiaoxue said. In the village? Su Xiaoxue asked. Yes, Sister Chun Ying rented a house here. There are extra rooms. We could just stay here. Oh, I happen to be free these days, so I'll stay here for a few days to accompany you. What he wanted to express was very obvious. Chapter 629. You don't have to. Jinghe, you are so busy. Work is more important. It doesn't matter. Guo Jinghe waved his hand with a smile. He found a place to live in Lianshan County. Originally, he wanted to rent a house in the village, but there was no one to rent it for the time being. It was easy to feel tired in spring. Taking a nap after eating was good for the body. Shenzhou had the habit of taking a nap. Su Xiaoxue also took a nap in the house. In the small courtyard of the mountain village, Chun Ying and Chu Lian were chatting softly. Auntie Lian, Mr. Guo came at the right time, Chun Ying said. Such a coincidence really made people a little suspicious. Yes, it is. Chu Lian's eyes were shining. It could be a coincidence. If it was not, there was a problem. Only a few people knew that she and Su Xiaoxue came here. She had to find out who leaked the news. This Mr. Guo is really chasing Miss Su, Chun Ying said. Yes, I can't wait, Chu Lian said. She and Chun Ying were very loyal to the Su family. They had known each other for a long time. They knew each other well, so they could talk about some things. I don't think he's a good matchmaker, Chun Ying said. I think so too. Minister Su and his wife have their own plans, Chu Lian said. I hope this matter won't affect Mr. Su, Chun Ying said. That Dr. Wang will definitely be implicated. Can't you see that? Our princess is in love with him, said Zhang Xiaoying. Anyone with a bit of eyesight could see that Su Xiaoxue looked at Wang Yao differently. Chu Lian saw it even more clearly. I'm afraid that the falling flower is in love with the heartless brook, Chun Ying said. I heard from Mrs. Chun that Dr. Wang has a girlfriend, Chun Ying said. There is one. I have seen her in Jing. She is a rare beauty, Chun Ying said. But, Chun Ying said. But what? Chun Ying asked. It's just that I have never seen her in a mountain village, and I have never seen Mr. Su take the initiative to go out. Have they broken up? Chuning asked. Well, I can't ask, Chuning said. Well, if Mr. Gu knows that Miss Gu likes Dr. Wong, do you think he will do something to stop her? Chu Yin asked. Based on that person's personality, there's an 80 to 90% chance that he will, and it's a conspiracy. Chuning had once confirmed one thing about young Master Hua. Since then, she had kept a respectful distance from him. In her opinion, he was a person who was as gentle as the sun, but could be as vicious as the devil. She could not afford to offend him, and it was best not to have any interactions with him. Sir, Chuning couldn't help but worry about Wang Yao. She considered whether she should find a suitable time to tell Wang Yao about this matter, so that he could be on guard. Two people in different positions. If that young master really wants to target one person, it will be really troublesome. Chu Yin said, however, I think this Dr. Wang has a lot of connections. The Wu family in Beijing also owes him a favor, right? Sort of, and the Guo family owes him a favor. He saved Mr. Guo's life and succeeded in prolonging Mr. Guo's life. The world is fickle, and people's hearts are not what they used to be. He may not remember the favor of saving his life. In the afternoon, Zheng Shixiang came to the clinic. Do you want to see and restore your vision? Zheng Shixiang asked. Yes, please think of a way, Dr. Wang, Zheng Shixiang said. What do you need us to do? Please don't hesitate to tell us. We will do our best. Let me think about it, Zheng Shixiang said. Okay, I'll wait for your reply, Zheng Shixiang said. It was a good thing that Zheng Shixiang didn't refuse. It meant that there was still hope. After Zheng Shixiang left, Wang Yao thought about Zheng Shixiang's request. I can give a try. He thought a method, which was very simple, but might be very effective. Intermittent ointment. So far, he had only used this medicine to treat Wan because her condition was really special. Wang Yao couldn't think of a better way for the time being. This miracle medicine did not disappoint him. It played an unexpected role. Since it can repair the kidney that has lost its function, it should be able to repair the eye. The medicine could be taken orally or applied externally. Thinking of this, Wang Yao took out the box of intermittent ointment from the grid of the system. When Wan's treatment had used a quarter of the medicine, this medicine consumed a lot of energy. It cost a lot to decoct it, so he didn't use it easily. He scooped a little with a wooden spoon and diluted it with ancient spring water. After that, he got a dark green liquid that emitted a unique fragrance. It's done. This was probably the best eye drops for this aristocratic family. Near evening, Wang Yao closed the clinic and went to Sun Yunqing's house. Dr. Wang, you are here. You don't have to be so polite. How is he? Wang Yao pointed to the room. He is fine for the time being. He is just staring at the ceiling in a daze. Staring at the ceiling, he couldn't see. Let's go in and have a look. Wang Yao gently opened the door and saw that the young man was looking at the ceiling lamp. At this time, his eyes could not see clearly. He could only vaguely see light and dark. In the whole room, the ceiling lamp was the brightest place, so he looked there and stared. Wei Jun, Dr. Wang is here. Hello, Dr. Wang. Hello, how do you feel? Cold, pain, numbness, and itchiness? I feel pain in my stomach, but it is not very sharp. I still have no strength, Zheng Weijun said. This is the medicine I just made. Drip it into his eyes. 3 drops. Okay, thank you. The old man, surnamed Wu, came over and took out a straw. He carefully dripped the medicine into the patient's eyes. He was a doctor who took care of Zheng Weijun's health, so he was well prepared. Young master, how do you feel? A very cool feeling. Dripping the medicine into his eyes was an external stimulus, so he kept blinking at the beginning. After a while, he felt accustomed to it. The liquid entered his eyes and began to repair the damaged tissues of his body. It is a little itchy. Go to sleep. When you wake up, you will feel better. Wang Yao carefully looked at his eyes and said, because of the medicine, there was a glimmer of light in his eyes. Okay. Wang Yao got up and walked out of the room. Dr. Wang, stay for a meal. No, thanks. What about the medicine? A few days ago, when Wang Yao brought the medicine, they would pay as soon as possible. Although the price of the regather soup was a bit high, They were rich, so it was not a big deal. 10,000 yuan. Without the slightest hesitation, they paid the money. Let him close his eyes and rest. Okay. After leaving, Wang Yao returned home. After entering the house, Zhang Xiaoying said, "A young man surnamed Gua came to our house today and brought some gifts. His surname is Gua Jinghe. As for this young man, he actually didn't like to have too close contact with him. It seemed that under the sunny appearance, there was too much scheming. The most basic way he treated patients was the 4 methods of diagnosis. Among them, the method of diagnosis could be used to assess a person's health and character. The principle was the same. Chenning had also told him that young Master Gua was an extremely scheming person. In the future, if he comes to give you gifts again, don't accept it. I don't want it, but he insisted on staying. Have you seen him? Yes, but he charged me. Forget it. I have already accepted it. After dinner, Wang Yao was chatting with his parents at home. Suddenly, he heard a knock on the door. Please come in. There was a visitor. It was Chenning. Sir. Yes, what is it? There is something I want to talk to you about alone. Okay, come in my room. Wang Yao made a pot of tea. What is it? Well, Mr. Guo likes Miss Wang. You should know this, right? Chenning thought for a moment and said, I know. I knew it when I was in Beijing. You told me. Miss Wang likes her. You also know, right? After hearing that, Wang Yao was silent for a moment. I know. I can feel it. Sir, what do you think? I remember that you have a girlfriend. We haven't been in touch for a long time, Wang Yao said. Sorry, forgive me for asking, but do you like Miss Wang? After asking this question, Chenning stared at Wang Yao. Chapter 630. She's a good girl, but we are from 2 different worlds, Wang Yao said after thinking for a while. Phew. Chenning didn't know why, but after hearing this answer, she was slightly relieved. What if she insists on pursuing you? Chenning knew a little about Su Xiaoxue's character. She looked gentle and virtuous, but she was a very strong person. This could be seen from the fact that she had persevered for such a long time under the pain of her illness. Once such a person decided on something, it was very difficult to change her mind. Wang Yao was a very special person to her. He saved her life, changed her life, and gave her a chance to start over. This was a great kindness. It can't be, right? Wang Yao said. Yes, definitely, Chenning said. In fact, Su Xiaoxue had already taken action. Sir, this time she came from afar to see you and talk to you. Annie Lien said that after coming here and seeing you, she was like a different person. She was as happy as a lark. I have never seen her so happy in Jing. A woman who saw a lover who had been separated for a long time would be very happy. Wang Yao didn't know how to answer. He really didn't think about this matter. If you were a man, and a beautiful and kind girl pursued you, what would you do? Would you be indifferent? I really haven't thought about this problem. Then you have to think about it carefully, Chenning said. Mr. Gua is very fond of Miss Su. He has already asked his mother to come to our house to propose marriage, but she was rejected by our madam. Xiaoxue doesn't like him, right? Miss Su likes you, Chenning said. How could she like him? Won't he give up? This kind of person won't give up so easily, Chenning said. If he marries Miss Su, it is equivalent to a marriage between the 2 families. The Su family is a huge support for him. He is a person who is obsessed with power. Power is like a tiger. It is difficult to get down from it. What do you want to say to me? Sir, if you continue to be in contact with Miss Su, you must be careful. He will definitely not let you go on like this. What will he do? Wang Yao immediately understood the purpose of Chun Ying's visit. I can't say for sure, Chenning said. But, sir, this is Qi province. The governor of Qi province also has the surname Gua. He is his father. Whatever he wants to do, he can do it with just a word. Yes, I know. I'll be careful. Thank you for your reminder. You're too courteous. I'll take my leave then. Let's go together. I want to go up the mountain too. Wang Yao accompanied her out of the door. They parted ways in the middle of the village and went up Nanshan Hill alone. What Chenning said was a little troublesome. In a village on the outskirts of Lianshan County. Old phone, how do you feel? It's all right. Sigh, your speech is getting clearer and smoother. 2 more steps, a young man said with a smile. You're making a ruckus here. He did not expect Old Phone to stand up and walk a few steps. He was more agile than usual, even though his legs were still drawing circles. I feel that this medicine is useful. If it's useful, we'll buy more. We'll have to go for acupuncture treatment tomorrow and buy more for 7 days. The day passed. It was late at night again. It was quiet on the hill. On the west side of Nanshan Hill, 2 rows of newly planted trees were growing well. We can start planting in the east. The next morning, he called Li Shiyu. It was the same kind of trees. The number of trees was about the same. See, I told you didn't have to come so early. Outside the clinic at the foot of the hill, a family drove early and waited outside. It was the patient with thrombosis who came the day before with his family. Why do you have so many things to do? I'm telling you, don't talk too much when you see the doctor later. Sure. Don't worry, Mom, the young man said. They waited for about 20 minutes. They saw Wang Yao coming down the mountain. You went up the hill? Sorry to keep you waiting for so long. It's okay, Dr. Wang. Have you taken a medicine? Yes, 3 pills. I've finished them all. How do you feel? I feel a lot lighter. My legs are strong. My face is better, the man said with a smile. He showed his yellow teeth. Now that the disease on his face had disappeared, he could laugh, cry, and chew. He was not like before, when he could only eat some liquid food and speak clearly. Just this little progress made him very happy. It was known that in less than 3 days, this made him very hopeful. When he got up this morning, he couldn't wait to ask his wife and son to accompany him here to find this doctor for treatment. He felt that if he continued to receive treatment, he should be able to recover. Sit down first. Let me have a look. After checking, Wang Yao began to treat the patient. He treated the head, torso, and limbs first. He treated the patient in order. The acupuncture treatment alone took nearly 2 hours. Then, he gave the patient a massage. After the treatment, it was lunchtime. It's done. It's so comfortable, the man said. He felt his body was hot. It was as if he had soaked in a hot spring. Dr. Wang, do you still have the medicine you prescribed last time? The man asked. Yes. I want to buy some more. How much do you think is suitable? About 10 days. Haven't you been taking it for 3 days? Just take 7 more pills. Okay, take 7 pills. This time, they didn't have the slightest use. They immediately paid. Dr. Wang, may I ask, which university did you graduate from? The young man, who hadn't spoken since entering the clinic, couldn't help but ask. Wang Yao smiled and said that he had been to a university before. You're a Chinese medicine practitioner, right? Which university is so good? I'm a pharmacist. Also, I didn't learn these medical skills in school. I studied biology in college. The young man was stunned. What are you all for? I'm leaving. Thank you, Dr. Wang. You're welcome. Drive safe. I told you to go to school, but you didn't listen. Look at him. He graduated from a famous university and has excellent medical skills. Mom, didn't you just hear? He studied biology when he was in school. I don't think he's doing well. If he is really good, why does he need to stay in this small mountain village? I think you're not convinced. I didn't eat you. You always have this kind of reason. Well, Mom, I still have to drive. Don't distract me. It won't be good if there is a problem. Shut your crow's mouth. In the morning, Wang Yao received this patient. There was no other way. The treatment time was a little longer. A few hours ago, when the sky was just bright, in the Sun family's house, Zheng Weijun, who woke up from his sleep, looked at the ceiling lamp above his head. What is that? Lamp. His body trembled, and he blinked his eyes in disbelief. He looked at the ceiling lamp and saw how beautiful the lighting was. He had never felt that a lamp could be so moving. The surrounding walls, the hanging paintings on the walls, the curtains, and the furniture in the house. Ha ha ha. Early in the morning, there were soft voices in the house. Bang! The door was suddenly opened. Zheng Shixiang and the old man surnamed Wu rushed in. They looked at the young man on the bed worriedly. He was laughing and crying. Weijun, what happened to you? Zheng Shixiang went forward and asked softly. Third uncle, I saw it. What? The two were shocked. I saw it. Really? Wait a minute, sir. How many is this? The old man, surnamed Wu, stretched out 2 fingers. 2. What about this? Fist. You have to see it. Good, good, this is great. Zheng Shixiang was so excited that he didn't know what to say. Dr. Wang's medicine is really magical. The old man praised. It was only 3 drops, but it was so effective in one day. Quick, give Wei Jun a few more drops. Yes, yes, yes. The old man hurriedly took out the medicine and carefully dripped 3 drops into each of the patient's eyes. Zheng Weijun only felt very cool and comfortable when the medicine dripped into his eyes. Chapter 631. He closed his eyes and moved his eyeballs. The decoction was fully in contact with his eyes. There was a cool feeling in his eyes. It seemed that he could feel something was repairing his injured eyes. After a while, he opened his eyes. He seemed to see more clearly than before. This decoction is really magical. Shouldn't we talk to Dr. Wang about this? Yes, I should tell him. Zhang Shixiao went out of the door. He wanted to go to the clinic, but he stopped because of someone. Who is this? He just looked from a distance. I seem to have seen him somewhere before. Xiao Xue, where do you want to go today? I'll go with you. Guo Jinghe went to the courtyard rented by Chuning and found Su Xiao Xue. He had arrived early. I don't have any plans. I want to go back tomorrow. I don't want to go anywhere else. Go back tomorrow? Yes, my mother called me last night. She said she missed me. You've only been out for a few days. Guo Jinghe smiled. It's good to go back. I don't want your mother to worry. Okay. Su Xiaoxue looked at the sky outside. No one knew what she was thinking. In the morning, Zhang Shixiang came to the clinic after the family had just left. Hello, Dr. Wang. Hello, what's the matter? I'm here to thank you. Thank you? He saw it. Wang Yao immediately understood what he meant. Yes, Wei Jun can see it. Let's go and have a look together. Okay. The two of them went to Sun Jingrong's house. When he looked at Zheng Wei Jun again, his eyes were bright and full of spirit. Thank you, Dr. Wang. He saw the young man who had treated him. He had heard a lot about him from the 2 people who had accompanied him. He was really young. How do you feel? How clearly can you see? Well, I can see more clearly. I didn't expect Dr. Wang to be so young. Can you see the lines on my palm clearly? Wang Yao didn't sit down. He raised his hand and asked. It's a little blurry. Continue to take the decoction for 3 days. You can test his eyesight. If it is confirmed that he has recovered, he can drink the rest of the decoction. This medicine can be drunk? Old man Wu asked in surprise. Of course, it can be applied externally or taken orally. Pardon me for asking, but what's the effect of taking it orally? To make up for the deficiency in life. Live. The old man was stunned when he heard this, and it took him a while to recover. Rest well. Don't get too worked up. You'll get better. AI. Zheng Shixiang sent Wang Yao out and invited him to dinner, but he was rejected. How about this? When the patient recovers, let's have a meal together to celebrate. Is that okay? Good, good, good. Zheng Shixiang returned to the room and saw the old man staring at the bottle of medicine in a daze. What's wrong, Uncle Wu? To make up for the lack of life. The old man sighed. Is it very magical? Of course. Do you know the meaning of these words? Zheng Shixiang shook his head. For example, a broken finger is a disability and congenital heart disease is a deficiency. This medicine can make up for the deficiency. You mean it can regenerate severed fingers and treat diseases like congenital heart disease? Zheng Shixiang was stunned after hearing that. That's what it means, the old man said. Of course, whether it is so magical or not is another matter. According to Dr. Wang's ability and your reaction just now, I'm afraid this medicine does have that ability. So magical? What about this medicine? It's very precious. Let's see if there are any other magical effects after you take it. Okay. Zheng Shixiang was very shocked. At the same time, he had some doubts in his heart. How could there be such a magical medicine in the world? Has he left? That's good. It's rare to have a quiet time. Guo Jinghe left in the morning to buy something in the county town. He would come back in the afternoon. In the afternoon, I'll say goodbye to Dr. Wang, Su Xiaoxue said. We'll go back to Jing tomorrow. Okay. Su Xiaoxue sighed softly. She didn't want to go back so early, but she had no choice. If she continued to stay there, Guo Jinghe would also continue to stay like this. It would affect Wang Yao's normal life. She didn't want to affect him because of her. Everything was fine before, but now it's all messed up because of him. Chu Yin could see Su Xiaoxue's thoughts and unhappiness. Therefore, her dislike for Guo Zhenghe increased a little. In the afternoon, there were no patients in the clinic. Knock, knock, knock. There was a knock on the door. Please come in, Wang Yao said. Dr. Wang. Su Xiaoxue came in from outside. Come, sit down. Wang Yao got up and made her a cup of tea. Have some tea. Thank you, Dr. Wang. Su Xiaoxue was very well behaved. She sat aside and looked at Wang Yao. What can I do for you? Dr. Wang, Xiaoxue has something to ask you, Su Xiaoxue said after a moment of silence. Go ahead. Do you like Xiaoxue? The word naturally meant love. To put it bluntly, it meant love. Wang Yao was stunned. He didn't expect Su Xiaoxue to ask this question so directly. He was not prepared at all. Wang Yao stopped talking when he saw the look in Su Xiaoxue's eyes. Her eyes were full of hope. He liked this woman in his heart. She was so beautiful, so strong, and so kind. What do you want to say? We don't belong to the same world. Are you afraid, or are you running away? Wang Yao was torturing himself, picking chrysanthemums under the eastern fence, leisurely looking at Nanshan Hill. This was true, but in the end, there had to be someone to accompany him. It was impossible to spend the rest of his life with him. That person had left. It was impossible for them to be together. Why did she come over again and again? Was it to repay him for saving her life or to express their friendship? Why not try? To hell with the concept of family, but to hell with the village in Jing. To hell with the people from different worlds. As long as they liked each other, they should try. Su Xiaoxue was waiting for his reply. Wang Yao did not reply for a long time. She was not in a hurry. She waited there without drinking the tea on the table. I admit that I have a good impression of you, and I like you too, Wang Yao said calmly. He spoke his heartfelt words and faced his heart directly. Really? Su Xiaoxue exclaimed happily. Her smile was as beautiful as a flower blooming. No, it was even more beautiful. Wang Yao seemed to have put down something in his heart and opened something else. I'm going back tomorrow, sir, Su Xiaoxue said. After hearing Wang Yao's words, she was even more reluctant to leave. Is Mrs. Song urging you to go back? No, it's because of Mr. Guo, Su Xiaoxue said. I'm afraid that if I continue to stay here, he won't let go. I'll explain this to Mom and Dad when I go back. Well, you can come again when you have time. I have plenty of time. Wang Yao walked Su Xiaoxue out of the door of the clinic. Su Xiaoxue returned to the cottage with a smile. Chu Yin and Chuning clearly noticed the change in her mood. They looked at each other. Miss, did you tell sir? Yes. I told him that I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll come again when I have time. There should be something else, Chu Yin thought. Not long after she returned, Guo Zhenghe also came back with some local specialties. I don't think you had the time to buy them. Take these back as gifts for Uncle and Auntie, Guo Zhenghe said with a smile. He was always so thoughtful. No, thank you. Su Xiaoxue refused without hesitation. Well, I'll bring them all back, Guo Zhenghe said. It's really not necessary, Su Xiaoxue said. Thank you for your kindness, Mr. Guo. Let's take 2 back, Chu Yin said with a smile. She then picked 2. Okay, I'll take you to the airport in the afternoon. There's no need for that. We might take a walk-around hike. Okay. Guo Zhenghe also went to the clinic to say goodbye to Wang Yao said. He originally wanted to say something, but when the words reached his mouth, he stopped. Goodbye, sir. Have a safe trip. When they left, Wang Yao came out to see them off. Goodbye, sir. Su Xiaoxue waved her arms reluctantly. She really wanted to stay there for a few more days to chat with him. Even if she didn't do anything, it would be good to just sit there like that. Goodbye. Come again when you have time. Sure. This was a promise between the two of them. Chapter 632. I'll go to Jing when I have time, Wang Yao said. Okay, Su Xiaoxue said. Oh, Chu Yin was surprised. What does he mean? She thought a lot of things in an instant. She looked at Su Xiaoxue and then looked at Wang Yao. Could it be? She thought. Guo Zhenghe also heard that. He smiled as brightly as ever. Goodbye, sir. I'll come again when I have time, Su Xiaoxue said. Have a safe trip, Wang Yao said. After they left, Guo Jinghe also left. He had come there for Su Xiaoxue. In the car, Guo Jinghe's expression, which was as bright as the sun, suddenly turned gloomy. Without any warning, it was as if the sunny weather had suddenly turned gloomy. "You don't know what's good for you," Wang Yao said through gritted teeth. A moment later, his smile returned to his face. It was as warm as the sun. In the afternoon, Li Shiyu sent another car of trees. "Dr. Wang, did you buy the whole mountain?" Li Shiyu asked. "Yes," Wang Yao said. "These trees are not worth much," Li Shiyu said. "I mean after they grow." "I know. I just want to beautify the environment and purify the air," Wang Yao said with a smile. "What?" Li Shiyu was surprised. "It's good that you're happy, isn't it?" Anyway, he was very happy today. "Yes, you're right." Li Shiyu found Dr. Wang was also a wonderful person. "Burp." "Thank you." "You're welcome," Wang Yao said. "Burp. Burp?" Li Shiyu asked. "Yes, I don't know why. I keep burping." Wang Yao smiled and patted Li Shiyu's chest and abdomen a few times. "Huh?" Li Shiyu was surprised. He didn't know why Wang Yao did that. "How is it?" Li Shiyu asked. "What do you mean?" It's fine." Li Shiyu was surprised. After waiting for a while, he found that Li Shiyu had stopped burping. "It's amazing." Wang Yao smiled. Li Shiyu happily drove away. "This doctor is really something," Li Shiyu said to his companion. "Really?" Li Shiyu asked. "I kept burping on the way here," Li Shiyu said. "He patted me. Just a coincidence, right? How can there be such a coincidence? He is truly capable." Wang Yao carried the unloaded tree up the mountain alone. His speed was extremely fast, as if he was carrying cotton in his hands. "Hey, is that Sir?" On the mountain path, the siblings, Chen Ying and Qin Zhou, looked into the distance at the silhouettes leaping between the mountains. "Yes, amazing." Between the top and bottom of the mountain, his figure was fleeting. One moment he was at the foot of the mountain, and the next moment he was in the middle of the mountain. When he looked again, he had already disappeared into the forest. It gave people the feeling that he was not going up and down the mountain, but jumping down the stairs. To outsiders, it was very mysterious. "Sister, is this the legendary Qin Gong?" Chen Zhou sighed. "I'm not sure. Maybe," Chen Ying said. "Shall we go over and help?" "Wait." Chen Ying stopped her brother. "Maybe Sir doesn't need help. Let's just stay here and watch." Therefore, they watched Wang Yao go back and forth between the top of the mountain and the foot of the mountain. His speed was extremely fast. The trees at the foot of the mountain were all transported up the mountain in a very short time. What does Sir want to change this mountain into? Well, I'm not sure. Maybe he wants to turn this place into a legendary blessed place, Chen Ying said. This was only her guess. Somewhere in a village near the county town, a man was walking slowly on the street. He first took one step, then the other. He walked in this way. "Lao Feng, come out and exercise." "Yes, I'm just exercising," the man said. "You speak more eloquently than before," someone from the same village said in surprise. It wasn't a big village to begin with. News of any family member's misfortune would spread throughout the village in a short period of time. Many people in the village also knew about this man's illness. They secretly felt that it was a pity that such a good person would be crippled in this lifetime. "Yes, I'm much better. Where did you get treated?" "I found a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner." He subconsciously thought Wang Yao was a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. "You need to exercise more." "Yes." He slowly walked back and forth along the flat cement road twice. He found a place to sit down and watched a group of people in the village sitting together to play poker. "Lao Feng, you're better." This person had a good reputation in the village. He was warm and honest. People were willing to associate with him. Even if he was like this, they would still greet him when they saw him. "Yes, I'm better." After sitting for a while, he picked up the water bottle he carried with him and drank some water. "You're quite well equipped." The weather is hot." He did not say much, but now he had made it very clear. After sitting for a while, he got up and was ready to go back. "Let's go, Lao Feng. Why don't you stay for a while?" "No, I'm going back to feed the animals," he said with a smile. He then slowly walked back. The villagers did not talk about him until they saw him walk away. "Look what a good person he is. He has that illness." That's right. There are more and more people with this illness now. Eat less meat and more vegetables. Be more active. Be more open-minded, a villager said while looking at his cards. Oh, you're so eloquent. I have a relative who also has the same illness. He is only 52 years old. He doesn't pay attention to his food. He eats too much meat and fish. He has high blood sugar and high blood pressure. He ate too much and had thrombosis. Now he is in a wheelchair. I think Lao Feng is much better. He speaks more clearly. Yes, yes. The last time I went to his house, he still spoke like a steamed bun in his mouth. Ah, as long as he can take care of himself. In my opinion, his illness is purely because he is tired. His son is not married yet. He needs to save money to buy a house. That's right. People should not be poor even if they have something, the villager said. On the other side, Lao Feng slowly returned home. Lao Feng, how do you feel? His wife, who was cooking, asked him loudly as soon as he entered the house. Very good. You ask me 7 or 8 times a day. Don't you feel annoyed? Lao Feng said cheerfully. When he talked to his wife, his voice would be slightly louder. Not at all. As long as you can recover, it is more important than anything, his wife said. She was in a much better mood these few days, unlike a while ago when her husband was hospitalized. It was really a kind of torture. She couldn't take care of anything at home to take care of her husband. She didn't work, didn't take care of the vegetables in the field, and couldn't harvest the crops. Only when she experienced it personally would she understand the pain. If her husband collapsed because of this, the family would lose a pillar of support and a patient who needed to be taken care of. The burden of the family would fall on her. Her son hadn't settled down yet, and he still needed to find a wife. Their family's conditions weren't good. If the other party knew that there was such a patient in the family, it was very likely that the girl wouldn't agree. She also wanted to find a suitable wife for her son. She didn't have to be outstanding, but at least she was similar. Remember to take your medicine. Okay. Fortunately, I met that doctor. She felt the dark clouds in her heart had dispersed because of her husband's good behavior. Her life was full of sunshine again. She felt she had the strength to do anything. In a hospital in Lianshan County. Where did you get cured? A doctor asked in disbelief. Doctor, do you think my husband is fine? The woman asked. He is fine. How did you treat him? He surely came for a follow-up examination. The result was very good. The thrombosis was cured. His body was completely recovered. In fact, he had guessed it even if he did not come for a checkup. Massage and acupuncture. Massage and acupuncture in the county hospital. He was very clear about the standard of his workplace. If you said that this kind of disease could be cured with acupuncture and massage alone, then 1 or 2 cases out of 1,000 would be considered a high probability event. This patient was treated by him, so he was very clear about the situation. The medical record was still stored in the computer, and it seemed that the patient would be cured soon. No, outside? Did he go to the provincial capital? No, he went to a clinic in our county. A clinic? Kind of. It's really strange. The doctor was puzzled after hearing it. Chapter 633. After coming out of the hospital, he surely had a bright smile on his face. He grinned, even though half of his teeth had fallen out. Let's go back to celebrate, he said. Tell He Ling, Song Ruaping said. Just as he was about to call Song Ruaping called. Hello, I just checked. Your father is fine. Don't worry, Song Ruaping said. Song Ruaping left happily. Thousands of miles away in Jing, Su Xiaoxue and Chu Yin returned home. Did you have fun? Song Ruaping had been waiting in the yard. Yes, very happy, Su Xiaoxue said with a smile. You must be tired from the flight. Take a shower and rest. Okay. Su Xiaoxue went into the house and went upstairs. Ma am, Chu Yin said. Guo Jinghe followed her again. Song Ruaping didn't look very good. Yes, Chu Yin said. What's wrong with that young man? His attitude has been very clear. She already knew some things about the young man in politics. She didn't have a good impression of him. She had shown her attitude more than once, but he still didn't give up. What does he want? Ma, Miss Song is deeply in love with Dr. Wang, Chu Yin said. That's what I'm worried about, Song Ruaping said. Guo Jinghe was better. Song Ruaping had made her attitude clear. If it didn't work, she could be tougher to dispel his thoughts. Then, the matter would be over. the relationship between the two families would be a little worse. This kind of thing had happened more than once for the rich and powerful families in Jing. However, Wang Yao was different. If Song Ruiping's daughter really liked him, and he didn't have any feelings for Xiao Xue, it would be very difficult to deal with. If he also liked Xiao Xue, well, it wouldn't be particularly good. Although he was a famous doctor with superb medical skills, he was still a low-class man without any resources or background. Marriage was about matching social status since ancient times. It was even more so for the rich and powerful families. Of course, as long as Song Ruiping was willing, they wouldn't stop her too much. Ma'am, Miss Su said goodbye to Dr. Wang alone before leaving. She has been very happy since then, Chu Yin said. Her observation was very detailed. Oh, Song Ruiping pondered for a moment. Could that person have said something? I'll ask Xiao Xue later. He knew his daughter best. There were some questions that didn't need to be answered. As long as he asked, he could tell what the answer was just by looking at her expression. Old Feng and his family came to the mountain village early in the morning. You have been waiting since the last time you came. You're still waiting this time. You don't need to come so early. Comrade, Xiao Feng mumbled in the car. Why do you have so much nonsense to say? The woman's face was full of smiles. It was obvious that she was very happy. They still arrived before 8:30. The door of the clinic was not open, so they waited outside. While they were waiting, 2 more people arrived. Before the door of the clinic opened, the family members of the patients started chatting. Of the 2 patients, one had leg pain and the other had a headache. What? Dr. Wang can treat cerebral thrombosis? Yes. Our family's old Feng received treatment here. The effect is good. Oh, I didn't expect Dr. Wang to be so capable at such a young age. Yes. They chatted for a while. Hey, is it Dr. Wang? It's him. Wang Yao came down from the mountain from afar. Hey, why does he come down from that direction every time? How many times have you been here? He went to exercise. The clinic opened and welcomed the guests. Following the principle of first come, first served, the patients were very self-conscious. Old Feng was the earliest to receive treatment, so he was the first to receive treatment. Has your face recovered? Wang Yao asked. Yes, there is no problem at all, Old Feng said with a smile. He could speak very clearly now. Come on, let me take a look at your legs again. The condition of his arms was not as serious as his legs. Lift your leg. Lift it again. Wang Yao asked him to repeat a few movements. Well, okay. Sit down. I'll give you acupuncture treatment. When Wang Yao was giving acupuncture treatment, the other patients were very serious. They kept quiet and didn't say anything. They just watched quietly. It didn't take long for more than a dozen silver needles to be inserted into the patient's head. Wang Yao rubbed a few needles from time to time. After a while, he took out all the needles one by one according to the order. Get up and move a little. The patient got up and walked around the room twice. His legs were still not very nimble. Then, Wang Yao began to give him a massage. He started from the head, then the torso, and finally the legs. He massaged along the meridians of the torso and legs. As the massage went on, Old Feng felt his body was warm and very comfortable. His legs, which were not very obedient, used to feel cold easily. Now, it was completely recovered. It was very comfortable, as if he was soaking in a hot bath. After the massage of the legs, Wang Yao started to massage the arms. The treatment process was relatively long. It took an hour and a half from the beginning to the end of the massage. Okay, go back and take your medicine on time. Come back the day after tomorrow. Okay. After paying the consultation fee, they bid farewell and left. How do you feel, Old Feng? The woman asked her husband after they left the clinic. Well, I feel my legs are much lighter. They are more obedient. That's good. That's good. In the clinic, Wang Yao started to treat the other 2 patients. Dr. Wang, my legs suddenly hurt a lot recently. It hurts when I stand, a woman in her 50s said. Which part? The mushroom in the leg and the soles of the feet. Come on, sit down. Let me have a look. Take off your shoes. The woman took off her shoes. The soles of her feet were very flat. The arches of her feet had collapsed. Have you been very busy recently? Do you often stand? Wang Yao asked as he tested the soles of her feet and pressed them upward. Yes, I'm at home looking after the child. How old is the child? Less than a year old. You often hold him. Well, he doesn't want to sit, so he likes to go out and play, the woman said. She was very happy when she mentioned her grandson. Do you have varicose veins? Wang Yao saw a few bulging blood vessels on her calf. Ah, it's an old problem. I used to stand when I was working. I've been standing for more than 10 years. Does it hurt here? Wang Yao pressed her knee with his hand. Yes, ouch, it's here. Wang Yao nodded. He knew the problem. First, the soles of your feet hurt. You have flat feet, and the arches of your feet have collapsed. If you stand for a long time, you will feel uncomfortable. You have to pay attention to this. You can wear shoes that can support the arches of your feet or insoles to relieve your situation. The pain in your legs has a lot to do with the pain in the soles of your feet. Can you find a way to stop the pain? I feel like I'm being pricked by needles. I'm ready to take painkillers. Well, yes. Wang Yao took out a needle and pricked her thigh. He rubbed it a few times. Try to get up and walk again. The woman stood up and walked a few steps after hearing that. Ah, it doesn't hurt anymore. She was surprised to find that her legs didn't hurt anymore. This is too godly, she exclaimed. It was just one needle. She had applied plaster and hot compress at home, but it didn't have any effect. Thank you so much, the woman said happily. After you go back, you can't stand for a long time. Every night, before you go to bed, use hot water to warm your feet, Wang Yao said. If it hurts again, massage these places. Wang Yao pressed several places around her knees. Oh, I remember. How much is it? No need. Wang Yao waved his hand. How can I accept it? It's really not necessary. Please go back. Thank you very much. The woman left happily. I have to go back and hold my grandson quickly. The third patient had a headache. It hurts here. It keeps pulling my eye socket. The man in his 40s pointed to the left side of his head. Chapter 634. How does it hurt? Wang Yao asked. It hurts like needles, the man said. How long has it been? Wang Yao asked. Well, about 6 or 7 days, the man said. What time have you been sleeping these days? Wang Yao asked. The man didn't look well. He had heavy bags under his eyes, which was a sign that he didn't sleep well at night. Well, I've been busy with work these days. I have to sleep after 11 o'clock every night, the man said. How long has it been? Wang Yao asked. Well, about half a month, the man said after thinking carefully. Half a month? That's not a short time, Wang Yao said. At night, after 11 o'clock, most parts of the body basically entered the state of rest. At this time, it was necessary to enter the state of sleep to ensure that the body had enough rest. Staying up for a long time was quite harmful to the body. Your illness is mostly caused by a lack of rest, Wang Yao said. Pay attention to rest and live a regular life. You can't stay up late. It's not a big problem. Oh, Dr. Wang, I want to rest now, but my head hurts from time to time when I lie down. I can't sleep, the man said. Some time ago, because of work, he often stayed up late to catch up with the progress. Now that the work was finished, he wanted to rest, but his head hurt again. He couldn't sleep. That's easy. Wang Yao took out the silver needles and pierced them into 2 parts of the man's head. He rubbed them a few times and then pulled out the silver needles. Pay attention to the peace of mind before sleeping to avoid violent mood swings. Oh, okay, that's it. Yes, if you can't talk to me again, Wang Yao said. Okay, how much is it? You don't have to pay, Wang Yao said with a smile. Thank you, the man said. Okay, take care, Wang Yao said. It was already past 12 o'clock in the morning after treating the patient. Well, this doctor is not bad. He doesn't need to pay for treatment. The 2 patients said to their family members after they left the clinic and returned home. Really? Is there such a good doctor now? Of course it's true. Is the treatment effective? It's effective. My head doesn't hurt at all now. At noon, Wang Yao had just finished eating when a guest came to his house. Well, is Yao here? It was a woman from the same village. She was in her 30s and was holding a child in her arms. Aunt, hey, Shi-Chin is here. Come in and have a seat. What's wrong? This child has a fever, but he's not making a fuss. He's just sleeping. I was worried. So I came to look for Yao, the woman said. Sit down. Wait, Wang Yao. I heard you. Most of the people in the village were quite good. When they were sick, they would usually go to the clinic for treatment, unless it was a special case like now, where they were in a hurry. So he came over and found the door. Let me see. The child was only about 2 years old. He was sleeping in his mother's arms, and his face was flushed red. Wang Yao reached out and tried. It was scalding. High fever. How long has it been? Yes, this is the second day, the woman said. Didn't you give him any medicine? Wang Yao asked. Yes, it went down during the day, but it came back in the afternoon. He doesn't like to eat. There's heat poison in his body. It needs to be released. Otherwise, the child will get sick from the heat, Wang Yao said. How do I release it? Put him down. The woman put her son on the sofa. Wang Yao quickly unbuttoned the child's clothes and massaged him in a unique way. The child was exceptionally well behaved. He did not cry or make a fuss. Usually, when a child had a high fever, they would cry and make a fuss. Soon, the child's head began to sweat. A child with a fever wouldn't sweat. This meant that the child's fever had begun to go down. He should have a rash, Wang Yao said. He has had a rash before. Didn't they say that he would be immune for life after having a rash? There are many kinds of rashes, Wang Yao said. Well, most of the heat poison has been removed. The rest will disperse on its own. Make sure to give him more water. Don't cover yourself so much when he has such a high fever, Wang Yao said. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, you don't have to. Wang Yao waved his hand. Okay. The woman happily left with the child. Is Shi Qin's child okay? He's fine. He'll be fine after going back to sleep. After dinner, Wang Yao went back to the clinic and took a nap. In the afternoon, Li Shiyu's trees were transported again. He was busy transporting the trees on the hill. At the same time, he dug a hole and planted some of them. At the foot of the hill, outside the clinic, 4 cars arrived. Is this the place? Yes, it's a Hui-style house. This is it. Hey, why is the door still locked? He's not here. Wang Yao was not in the clinic. When he wasn't seeing patients, he would hang a wooden sign on the door of the clinic to remind people who came to see him. Hey, did we come here for nothing? What should we do? Let's go back. We'll come back tomorrow morning. A few people came. When they saw the door was closed, they left and planned to come back the next day. Some people did not give up and waited outside the clinic. However, they did not see Wang Yao even after the sun had set. None of these people went to look for him at home. Even though some people knew he lived in the village, the wooden sign on the wall stated the rules of coming to see a doctor. Most people who had been there before were familiar with the rules. When they recommended their relatives or friends to see a doctor, they would remind them. When Wang Yao came down from the hill, it was completely dark. When he arrived outside the clinic, he was surprised to see someone waiting there. It was a man wearing sunglasses and a mask. His face could not be seen clearly. His hair was gray. Hello, are you here to see a doctor? Wang Yao asked. Yes, are you Dr. Wang? Yes, I am. Isn't it written on the sign that we won't see patients this afternoon? Have you been waiting here? Well, I have nothing to do when I go back. Come in. Wang Yao opened the door and invited him into the room. What's wrong with you? Take a look. The man took off his mask. Wang Yao found that there was a scar on the left side of his mouth, which went all the way to his ear. The scar had not healed yet, and there were signs of ulceration to his forehead. The wound was a strange purple color. No wonder he was wearing a mask. The scar was a bit scary. When did you get injured? About a month ago, the man said. As soon as he spoke, dark red blood flowed out of the wound. It was very scary. Has it been sutured? Wang Yao asked. Yes, but it didn't heal. It was inflamed, so the sutures were removed, the man said. You're not a local, are you? No, I'm from Dao, the man said. How did you find out? I heard it from Hao, the man said. Hao, the one who followed Sun Jingrong. Wang Yao asked. Yes, it's him, the man said. Wang Yao looked at the wound carefully. He then looked at the man in front of him. His body was tense. He frowned from time to time. It seemed that he was enduring pain. He had a unique smell. This is a knife wound, Wang Yao said with certainty. Yes. Bodyguard? Wang Yao asked. Well, you can also think of it as a thug, the man said while wiping the blood. There was poison on the knife. Your hair turned white recently, right? Wang Yao asked. Yes. Is there a problem with your eyes? Yes. After hearing this, the man's face showed a shocked expression. Then, he slowly took off his huge aviator glasses, only to see that his eyeballs were very yellow. I can treat your disease, but you have to be good, Wang Yao said. I'll treat it, the man said. Okay, wait a moment. After that, Wang Yao went out. The man was left alone in the room. He sat there quietly and looked at the room. It was very simple, even a little shabby. It didn't take long for Wang Yao to come over with a porcelain bottle. He poured out a small cup. Drink this medicine, Wang Yao said. This was detoxification powder. It was made with a leaf of detoxification grass. After drinking it, the man breathed a sigh of relief about 10 minutes later. Do you feel better? Wang Yao asked. Much better, the man said. He had been injured by a sharp blade during a fight. The blade was indeed poisonous, and it was a strange poison, which made it difficult for his wound to heal. Moreover, the poison had entered his body. In just a few days, his hair had turned white, his body was in great pain, and he vomited everything he ate. His vision began to blur, and his once inexhaustible energy and strength began to dry up. Chapter 635. After drinking this small bowl of medicine, it didn't take long for him to feel much better, especially the numbness and stabbing pain in his head. The discomfort in his eyes had also subsided, and the feeling that his eyes were about to bulge out had also subsided a little. The medicine was very effective. Furthermore, the potion was still working. Come on, I'll treat your wound. Wang Yao dipped a cotton stick in some medicine and gently applied it to the wound. The medicine was made by diluting a very small amount of intermittent ointment. He had tested the effect of the medicine on more than one person. It was indeed extraordinary. Okay, there's no problem. How much is the consultation fee? 11,000. Without bargaining, the man gave him the money without hesitation. Take this medicine back, a small cup at a time, 3 times a day. Drink it all, and the poison will be detoxified. He gave the rest of the detoxification powder to the man. Thank you. The man got up and bowed. The evil spirit in your body is too strong. You have to be careful. Wang Yao kindly reminded him. What he did should be similar to Hao's. It might even be darker than his. Wang Yao could feel that cultivating one's body and mind, and some diseases were caused by one's temperament. Dr. Wang, if you need my help, just call me. He left a piece of white paper the size of a business card with a string of phone numbers on it. Wang Yao did not say anything. The man quietly left. On Nanshan Hill, where Donshan Hill and Nanshan Hill met, there were 2 rows of trees. The same trees and shrubs were like an unclosed fence. The next morning, when Wang Yao went down the hill, he found 6 or 7 cars parked outside the clinic. Hey, why are there so many people? He did not know that some of these people had come once yesterday afternoon. Look, I told you to come early, but you didn't come early. Now we have to wait until noon. The woman scolded her son. How did I know so many people would come back today? The young man whispered. There are not many people the last few times I came. Wait, Lao Feng, who came to see the doctor, was in a good mood. I'll go for a walk first. The environment here is good. After saying that, he opened the door and got out of the car. His legs were obviously much more nimble. He wasn't drawing circles, but was limping. Big brother, are you here to see a doctor? A man in his 30s greeted him with a smile. Yes. What's wrong with you? Thrombosis. He pointed at his head. Can this be cured? It can be cured. In the beginning, I couldn't even speak. I had facial paralysis and couldn't walk properly. Look at me now. I'm much better, Comrade Old Feng said happily. Well, I thought he was directing headaches, leg pain, or something like that. See the patients according to the order in which they came, Wang Yao said. People who came to see a doctor were usually very self-aware. The first patient was a woman in her 40s. Just by looking at the way she walked, Wang Yao could roughly guess her illness. Her neck was uncomfortable. Dr. Wang, my cervical vertebra isn't good. It's been very painful recently. I don't even dare to move my neck, the woman said. Come, let me take a look. Wang Yao gave her a careful examination. The muscles on her neck felt stiff. In this weather, it was actually cold to the touch. What do you do for a living? I work in a garment factory as a sewing worker. Your illness is related to work. If you stay in the same position for a long time, your qi and blood won't flow smoothly, Wang Yao said. It was indeed an occupational disease. Come, sit down. I'll give you a massage. This was slightly easier. Ouch. Does it hurt a little? It's sore. Bear with it. It'll be fine soon. With Wang Yao's massage, the muscles on her neck slowly softened and didn't feel so cold. This was a sign that her qi and blood were flowing smoothly. You have to move more. You can't stay in the same position for too long. It was said that life depended on exercise because exercise could make people's qi and blood flow smoothly. Sitting for a long time, lying down for a long time, standing for a long time, and so on were not good for the body. Okay, the woman said. Although she agreed verbally, her job was a multitask job. If she did a few tasks and moved around, there would be no workload. The corresponding salary would also be a lot less. Yours is considered good. There is no problem with the cervical vertebra. If you continue like this, there may be problems with the cervical vertebra. Okay, give it a try. It's really fine. The woman got up and moved a little. Her neck was indeed different. It was warm and very comfortable. Thank you. You're welcome. After paying the consultation fee of 100 yuan, the woman left. The second patient was a man in his 50s. His son brought him to the clinic. His illness was in his waist. His lumbar disc was protruding. How'd you get this disease? It's too small. Why use force? It becomes like this, the patient said. Lie down. The man lay on his stomach on the bed. Wang Yao straightened him back and forth several times. He touched the spot. With some force, there seemed to be a slight crisp sound. Okay, get up. After the man got up, he felt uncomfortable. The previous discomfort had disappeared. Don't do heavy work these days. You can't strain your waist. You have to be more careful at your age. At the age of 50, his body had already begun to decline. He was not young anymore. Some movements and work must be paid attention to. Okay, thank you. The third patient was a woman in her 50s. Dr. Wang, I can't sleep recently. I always feel very irritable. My eyelids tend to swell easily. Please take a look at me. Please sit down. After sitting down, Wang Yao checked her pulse. Her blood pressure was high and she was a little weak. Other than that, there were no other problems. How long have you been in this situation? Well, about 10 days, the woman said. She had also seen some doctors and taken some Chinese medicine, but the effect was not very good. This is a symptom of menopause. Huh? The woman was stunned. She had thought that it might be the reason. Some doctors had also said so. How can it get better? It will naturally get better after a period of time. Appropriate exercise. Burn your feet at night. Can you prescribe some medicine for me? Don't take medicine if you can, Wang Yao replied. Well, go back and have a look in about a month. If there is still no improvement, come back to me. Okay, thank you. The fourth patient was a man in his 30s. He looked a little pale. His eyes were a little erratic. Hello. Where do you feel uncomfortable? Dr. Wang, I saw a ghost. Ah, Wang Yao was stunned. When did you see it? Tell me, he said calmly. Just 3 days ago, I saw a taxi taking a person to a small ancient village. The car was on the side of the road. When we arrived, he got out of the car. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared. I have been having nightmares every night for the past few days. What did you dream about? I dreamed that I always drove to the same place at night to pick up a person. This person had no face. Speaking of this, the man could not help but shiver. His face was even paler. No way. Dr. Wang knows how to treat this kind of illness? The patient next to him was very surprised after hearing the man's description. What time was it when you went that day? Well, it was 11 p.m., the man said. Because of this, he had been burning joss paper, inviting immortals, and setting up a flagpole for the past 2 days. However, the effect was not good. Damn, he still dares to go out at this time. The person next to him said, Come, let me have a look. Wang Yao checked his pulse. Needless to say, this person's pulse was a little strange. It was relatively weak. This was generally the state of qi deficiency. It usually appeared in people who had just recovered from a serious illness or had excessive blood loss. Sit down. Wang Yao checked his head and gave him a partial massage. Okay, Go back to sleep and see how the effect is. That's it. I won't charge you for the consultation. If you can't be cured this time, come back to me. This illness was a little strange. It was the first time Wang Yao had encountered such a strange situation. His illness was somewhat different from Chen Zhou's somewhat delusional illness. Oh, okay. The man left with doubts. Dr. Wang, you know how to treat this kind of illness? A patient asked. Huh, I'll give it a try, Wang Yao said with a smile. This kind of illness was not called an illness in the eyes of ordinary people. It was commonly known as being frightened. Chapter 636. For example, after going to the grave to pray to the ancestors, they would come back with a fever and vomit. This situation was also very strange because medicine was basically useless. Even if they went to the hospital to find a doctor, they would not really go to the hospital to find a doctor. Of course, most people would not really go to the hospital to find a doctor. Instead, they would burn some paper money and send it to the gods. If they were more powerful, they would go to the witches and the like. In fact, there were such people in every village. The first few people were treated quickly because they only had minor problems. Finally, it was Old Feng's turn. Dr. Wang, sorry to trouble you again, Old Feng said. You're welcome. Do you feel better after a day? Wang Yao asked. Yes. Look at my walking. It's obviously much better, Old Feng said. That's good. Come, let me take a look, Wang Yao said. After checking Old Feng's body, Wang Yao used the same treatment as before. First, he gave Old Feng acupuncture. Of course, his treatment process was the slowest in the morning. It took him more than an hour. Okay, you can go back. Come again in 2 days, Wang Yao said. Okay, thank you, Old Feng said. This time, the young man's attitude toward Wang Yao changed completely. After all, his father did get better under Wang Yao's treatment. It was not a lie. His previous contempt for Wang Yao disappeared. It was replaced by gratitude. Compared to his father's health, the money he spent was nothing. Take care. The next patient. It was a girl in her 20s. Doctor, I think there is something wrong with my body, the good-looking young girl said seriously. What is the problem? Judging from the two aspects of looking and smelling, the girl's body was quite healthy. My body is not healthy. What do you feel uncomfortable? Wang Yao asked. I feel that the bones in my ankle are making noise when I walk. They may break at any time, the girl said. Wang Yao was surprised. Also, when I move my body, there is a crackling sound, as if my bones will break. Look here. The blood vessels are protruding. Will they burst? Paranoia. Through his brief conversation with the young lady, he had a rough idea. This situation was a little similar to Chen Zhou's, but it was also completely different because there was really nothing wrong with her body. When did you have this feeling? Wang Yao said. About a week ago. How about sleeping at night? I don't sleep well, the woman said. Sometimes, I dream that I'm walking on the road. Then, my leg suddenly breaks and blood splatters everywhere. There is indeed something wrong with your body. Really? Well, I'll give you medicine. After you drink it, you'll feel much better, Wang Yao said. All right. Wang Yao immediately gave her a prescription. The main effect of this medicine was to calm the nerves, and there were a few fragments of the moonlight herb in it. This is the instructions. Take it on time. Doctor, will my blood vessels break when I walk? You'll be fine after drinking the medicine. All right. Wang Yao charged her 1,000 yuan for this medicine. The young lady transferred the money without hesitation. Dr. Wang, is that young lady really sick? The remaining patient asked curiously. Yes, she's just having paranoia. Oh, please take a look at me. My headache has been very bad recently. All right. Wang Yao kept seeing patients in the morning. He didn't even have time to have lunch. He thought it was almost time to end it. When he was about to go out to hang up the signboard and continue to plant trees on Nanshan Hill in the afternoon, another patient came. Just like that, he was busy until 4 p.m. before he stopped. He had seen a total of 12 patients that day. While he was tidying up the room, Zhang Xiuying came in from outside. Mom, you're very busy today. You didn't have lunch, right? Yes, I didn't have time to eat. There are too many people coming to see the doctor, Wang Yao said. Are you hungry? I'm okay. With Wang Yao's current situation, it was not a big problem even if he didn't eat for 3 days. I'll tidy up here. You go back and eat something. No need. I'm almost done. After quickly tidying up, Wang Yao accompanied his mother home and had something to eat. Are you going to plant trees on the hill again? Yes. I'm going to plant some more. I'll go with your dad tomorrow. No, I can do it myself, Wang Yao said with a smile. Hey, where's my dad? He went to the hot spring. Huh? Wang Yao was surprised. He went to leave Family Creek? Yes. He went with Fonda and the others. Your uncle Jinli got a few hot spring tickets from somewhere and gave us a few. Your dad saw that there was a time limit. He thought that there was nothing at home today, so he asked a few people to go with him. Why didn't he take you with him? Wang Yao asked. Why would I go? What's there to soak in the hot spring? Wang Yao didn't go up the hill. Instead, he helped to clean up at home. At about 5 p.m., Wang Fenghua came back from outside. Dad, how's the hot spring? It's okay, but it's a little hot. It's not as comfortable as your massage, Wang Fenghua said. Haha, how's the construction there? It's not bad. It's just that the tickets are a little expensive. By the way, there's one more thing. They have a special kind of strange insect there. It bites people and kills them. 2 people have already died, Wang Fenghua said. Special insect? After hearing the news, Wang Yao immediately paid attention. What kind of insect? I heard it from the people working there from Lee Family Creek. Could it be the kind of insect that you mentioned in our village? It's hard to say. I'm also worried about this matter, Wang Yao said. Until now, he still didn't understand why there were such strange mutated insects on Shishan Hill. Well, if there's a chance, I'll go and have a look. Don't go there in the future, Wang Yao said. If you go, take the brocade bag with you. Your mother and I have been taking it with us, Wang Fenghua said. Wang Yao sewed a small brocade bag with miasma grass for his parents. Miasma grass could avoid miasma and poisonous insects. After wearing it, all insects had to retreat. In fact, even snakes, geckos, and toads couldn't stand the smell. Okay. After dinner, he chatted with his parents for a while and gave them a massage to relax their bodies. You don't have to give your father a massage. He's soaking in a hot spring, Zhang Xiaoying said with a smile. In the evening, Wang Yao went up Nanshan Hill again. On the hill, the dog magically classified the trees and put them next to the dug tree pit. Well done, San Xian. Wang Yao smiled and patted the dog's head. Woof. Shall we plant trees? Woof. Wang Yao and the dog began to get busy on the hill. They planted trees at night. The speed was very fast. The 2 rows of trees began to grow. They didn't stop until after 10 o'clock at night. The next morning, the sun rose early. When Wang Yao went down the hill, he happened to see Wenwan and her son taking a walk outside. In a mountain village, there were trees everywhere. The air was very good. Wenwan's complexion was much better. After this period of treatment, she clearly felt the changes in her body. She had become stronger and more energetic. She could eat and sleep. Dr. Wang, come out for a walk? Yes, let's go. You look good. Yes, I feel a lot better recently. The intermittent ointment was magical. In order to treat the disease, the cost was not low. Chapter 637. Keep up the treatment. You will get better, said Wang Yao. Okay, said Wang Yao. The originally gloomy sky was now filled with sunlight, just like the sky at this moment. Everything looked so bright as long as there was hope in life. Many patients came to Wang Yao's clinic that day. It didn't end until 3 p.m. It was another busy day. Li Shiyu delivered another truck of trees to Wang Yao's clinic at 4 p.m. He unloaded the trees at the foot of Nanshan Hill. Wang Yao didn't move all the trees to Nanshan Hill until it was dark. In a week's time, the tree wall between Nanshan Mountain and Dongshan Mountain was completed. Meanwhile, in a village in the suburbs of Lianshan County, a middle-aged man was walking on the street. A middle-aged man was happily strolling on the street. He walked with a slight limp, but if one didn't look carefully, one wouldn't be able to tell. Hello, Feng. Have you recovered? Asked someone in the village. Yes, I'll be fine soon, said the middle-aged man with a smile. Where are you going, Feng? Asked a villager. I'm going to buy some pancakes. We have guests. said Feng. It's only been a few days. How come Feng has recovered? Asked a villager. Yes, he can walk well, said a villager. Where did he go for treatment? Asked a villager. I heard he received acupuncture treatment in a village in Songbai, said a villager. Does Mao Shun have the same problem? Asked another villager. Yes, Mao Shun also got acupuncture treatment. I heard he also received electrotherapy, said another villager. Electrotherapy? What's that? Asked another villager. I'm not sure, but it seems his condition is worsening. Why don't you ask him where he received the treatment? His condition is quite good, said another villager. Old Feng happily went to buy pancakes. On the way, he met a lot of villagers who nodded and greeted him. Most of them knew that he had been sick before. But now, if they didn't know his condition before, they would think that he was limping because he had a crooked foot. He was very happy. His family was happy too. They were even happier than him. His wife cooked 12 dishes for lunch. There weren't many guests, except for his two younger brothers. Brother, do you want to have a drink? Asked Wang Yao. Yes, we didn't drive, said Feng. Dr. Wang said you can't drink, said Wang Yao. Just drink a little. I'm happy today, so I'll add some water. In the end, he poured half a cup of water and then dripped some wine to show that it was enough. In a mountain village. Dr. Wang, I've taken the medicine you gave me, but it didn't work. A man came to look for him in the morning. He had deep-eye bags and a haggard face. It was obvious that he didn't sleep well last night. Wang Yao had an impression of this person. He was a taxi driver who had been here a few days ago. He said that after he picked up a passenger in the middle of the night, he kept having nightmares. In his dreams, he would dream of a person, a faceless person, who appeared repeatedly. Will you still dream of him? Wang Yao asked. Yes, I did. This time, he didn't just sit there quietly. Instead, he talked to me. Can you imagine how terrifying it is for a faceless person to talk to you? The man couldn't help but shudder when he said this. It was as if the faceless man was right beside him. Now, I don't even dare to go out at night, let alone go out in the car. I even need to turn on the table lamp when I go to bed at night, the man said. Huh. The problem was more serious than Wang Yao had imagined. He had thought that the man's situation would be better after taking some medicine to calm his nerves and help him sleep. However, it didn't get better. On the contrary, it became more serious. TSK, did he really encounter something evil? This kind of thing could be called superstition, but sometimes it was really hard to explain with science. Doctor, you have to help me, the man pleaded. Well, I'm thinking of a way. The so-called falling asleep was a condition he had seen in the treatise on miscellaneous diseases. It was a child. When he passed by the river alone in the evening, he heard the cry of an owl. He was frightened. He had a fever at night and talked in his sleep. It was somewhat similar to the man's illness. The medicine Wang Yao prescribed was also modified from the house in the medical case, but the effect was not particularly obvious. Falling asleep? Doctor, the man suddenly shuddered. Huh? Wang Yao was suddenly stunned. What's wrong? Nothing. I just couldn't help but think about it, the man said. Sometimes it was like this. The more you thought about something you were afraid of, the more you couldn't help but think about it. The more you thought about it, the more you were afraid. The more you were afraid, the more you thought about it. It was a vicious cycle. At that moment, Wang Yao felt something special. What was it? Seeing Wang Yao staring at him for a long time without speaking, the man couldn't help but ask softly, Dr. Wang? Ah, I was thinking about your illness, Wang Yao said. That person, the person in your dream, what kind of clothes did he wear? He wore a white shirt on his upper body and khaki shorts after work. He also wore a pair of leather sandals. Hiss. The man's face changed again. He suddenly stopped talking. His body couldn't help but shudder. That's the feeling, Wang Yao thought. The aura outside the man's body was not right. Wang Yao decisively released his neishi to communicate with the heaven and earth. Everyone had their own aura or aura. Under normal conditions, it was very stable. If a person was sick, his aura would become weak. However, being weak was different from being disordered. The aura outside the man's body was disordered. There was something special mixed in it. It was as if a drop of ink had been dropped into clear water. How to expel it? Wang Yao released his neishi and condensed it into a long spear. Then he thrust it forward. Then, like snow encountering the somewhat obscure aura disappeared without a trace. What's going on? It was the first time Wang Yao encountered such a situation. It was the first time he used his neishi in such a way. He could find it in the past, but he didn't think about it or try it. Phew! Almost at the same time, the man breathed a sigh of relief. He felt a lot more comfortable. Do you still have a medicine I prescribed for you last time? There's not much left. I'll prescribe you some more. Wang Yao gave him some more medicine. Go back and continue to take it for a week. If it doesn't work, come back here to find me. Doctor, does a medicine work? The man asked doubtfully. He really didn't want to suffer. He had been scared awake several times every night. It works. Okay, I'll try it for a week, the man said. There was no other good way. He could only try it as a last resort. After the man left, Wang Yao quickly recorded his feelings. Perhaps this is the next step of observation. Observation of a person's qi. This was an unexpected gain. It was equivalent to opening a door that he had never thought of. He saw a different world on the other side of the door. Ring. Buzz. The phone on the table rang. Sir, are you in the clinic? On the other end of the phone, a happy voice was very gentle. It was Su Xiaoxue in Jing. Yes, I just saw a patient. Sir, remember to eat on time. Don't starve yourself because of work. I know. You also have to take care of yourself over there. The two of them talked a lot over the phone. After hanging up the phone, Su Xiaoxue had a very happy smile on her face. Xiaoxue, come down for dinner. Okay. She went downstairs while humming a little song. What's the matter? Why are you so happy? Song Ruiping asked with a smile. I don't want to tell you, Mom. I want to go out. What? Why? Song Ruiping was stunned. She didn't expect her daughter to suddenly make such a request. I can't just stay at home like this, can I? Why can't you? Mom, I'm 24, Su Xiaoxue said. I've thought about it. I'll finish my unfinished studies first, and then find a job. Su Xiaoxue had taken a leave of absence because of her illness. Okay, you can go to school, but you need to live at home. Her school was Yinjing University, which was one of the best in China. It was in Jing. Mom, well, there is no room for discussion, Song Ruiping said. She couldn't let anything happen to her daughter. Chapter 638. Su Xiaoxue pouted unhappily. In the end, Song Ruiping did not give in. Very quickly, her admission procedures were completed. On the first day of school, her appearance caused a sensation on campus. Many people inquired about the identity of this fairy-like girl who walked out of the painting. Some people found out about her identity through various channels and then sighed helplessly. Her background. Sigh. It was like a natural barrier that blocked most people. Of course, some people did not give up and hoped to create an inspirational legend. Therefore, on the first day of school, Su Xiaoxue received more than one love letter. The crazed pursuit seemed to be coming, but in the end, they received an extremely disappointing piece of news. She already had a man she liked. Who was it? Who was it that could conquer such a person? They were guessing, but no one knew the answer. Chulian, how is Xiaoxue at school? Song Ruiping was still worried about her daughter. After all, she had been out of society for 2 years. Although the interpersonal relationships at school were relatively simple, she was still worried. She arranged for people to keep an eye on her. Her daughter was so dazzling. As a mother, how could she be at ease? Miss caused a sensation as soon as she entered the school, Chu Yin said. She received a love letter on the first day. Yes, but Miss said she already had a man in her heart, Chu Yin said. Did she say it in public? Kinda. Oh, my daughter. This is good, Song Ruiping said. It saves a lot of trouble. Miss is telling the truth. I know, Song Ruiping said. Is it Wang Yao in the mountain village? It's him. Song Ruiping did not speak. She quietly looked at the sky outside. In the mountain village, on Nanshan Hill, 2 rows of trees hugged each other. There was another obstacle outside the spirit-gathering battle array. How is it, Sanxian? Woof, woof. Sanxian barked twice. He seemed to have a sense of accomplishment. The wall of trees was built thanks to him. The task of watering these trees will be handed over to you. Woof! San Xian was duty-bound to bark twice, and then began to carry a bucket to water them. Wang Yao returned to the herbal field. Beside the hut, there were a few tea trees growing very well. Some time ago, Wang Yao had forgotten about this matter. In fact, around the Qingming festival was the best time to pick and make tea. Let's harvest a portion first. Wang Yao had learned how to pick and make tea from Master Su, so he knew some of the key points. He moved things very quickly. In a short while, he had stepped on a bag of fresh tea leaves. Generally, 1 gene of dry tea leaves would be produced from 4 to 5 gene of fresh tea leaves. After a year of growth, the tea leaves seemed to have split into several strains and were growing very well. The tea leaves were picked. Wang Yao tried to make his own tea. Heat up the pot. The filming was complete. Stir-frying. He was not an expert. Strictly speaking, he was not even a novice. At most, he was a rookie. He only knew the process of making tea, but the specific key points and control required the accumulation of experience. Wang Yao gave it a try and decisively gave up. Then he took the semi-finished product directly to Riverside Town and found Master Su. Sorry to disturb you again. Hey, it's nothing, Su Maoxing said. His complexion was obviously much better than last year. To be honest, in my line of work, it's an honor to be able to stir-fry such tea leaves, the old man said happily. Look, I just started stir-frying and felt that something was not right, so I stopped. Wang Yao took the tea leaves that had just been stir-fried not long ago. Let me see. Su Maoxing took the tea leaves and looked carefully. It's not a big problem. Are you still so busy this year? Not busy, the old man said. The things in the tea garden have been left to the juniors. I just took some time to guide them. I'm very free now. As they spoke, the old man's wife made the tea. Try it. This is the new tea this year. The tea was light green. It was very beautiful and fragrant. Well, it's delicious. Okay, let's start stir-frying the tea. Okay, I'll learn from you again, Wang Yao said. He made a fire, heated up the pot, and prepared to stir-fry the tea. Su Maoxing explained as he worked. Let me try. Wang Yao tried from time to time. Does it also depend on the color? Yes, it depends on the change of color and shape, Su Maoxing said. Now, he just took a look and reached out to grab the tea. He could tell the temperature of the tea with just one try. It's done. In the morning, about half a kilogram of tea leaves had been made. Let's try it. Try it. A cup of tea was soft and fragrant. Good tea, Su Maoxing praised. This is for you. The half a kilogram of tea was divided into 4 boxes. Wang Yao left 1 box for the old man. Good, I like this tea, the old man said with a smile. If you sell this tea, it's at least 5,000 yuan per kilogram. Drink it yourself, Wang Yao said with a smile. It's noon. Stay for lunch before you leave. No, I have something to do in the afternoon. Wang Yao declined the old man's kindness. It was almost 1 p.m. when he went back. Where did you go in the morning? A lot of people came to see you for treatment, Zhang Xiaoying said. I went out to find someone to make some new tea. You and Dad can try it. Wang Yao left 1 box. His father liked to drink tea, but there was still a lot of tea left by his friends at home. He couldn't finish it all. Last year's new tea had become old tea. It was a waste. Okay, your father likes to drink this. I don't dare to drink too much. I can't sleep at night. Zhang Xiaoying said. Don't drink too much. The tea had to be light, not strong. After eating something, Wang Yao went to the clinic. In the afternoon, some of the patients in the morning came again. Wang Yao was busy for the whole afternoon. He didn't see the last patient until it was dark. When he returned home, he happened to meet Chun Ying and Chen Zhou, who were out for a walk after dinner. Hello, sir. Are you out for a walk? Yes, sir. I have something to tell you. What is it? What do you think of Zhou's illness? There should be no problem, Wang Yao said. Then we're going to leave in 2 days. Okay, sir. Are there any vacant houses here now? About this, I have already asked for you. Yes, there are, Sun Yinxing said. As soon as he heard Wang Yao ask about the old houses, Sun Yinxing agreed. As long as Wang Yao needed a new house, he would have no objection. Okay. Time passed quickly. It seemed to be a blink of an eye. It was already May 1st. The weather had become hot. The residents in the mountain village began to move to the county town. Originally, They didn't plan to be so anxious. After all, the new houses needed a certain amount of time after the renovation was completed to let the poisonous and harmful smell in the newly renovated houses spread out. However, in the past 2 days, someone in a mountain village had been infected with a terrible infection, which scared the villagers. Although they were out of danger because of the timely treatment, after all, there were still people who fell ill. Originally, they thought this matter had come to an end. However, when it was about to be peaceful, it suddenly came again. No one had a reason to live in fear like this. Therefore, the first family moved out of the mountain village. After the first one, the second one followed. In less than a week, 20 families moved out of the mountain village. This number was not to be underestimated. The whole village instantly became a lot more deserted. Now, why did the insects appear again? Zhang Xiuying asked during dinner one day. I don't know. Maybe it is not insects, but something else that is contagious. This made people panic, and they started to move out. Wang Yao lowered his head to eat and didn't speak. In his opinion, it was good to move out. There might be insects. He was not sure if they were extinct, so there would be danger. There would be a certain degree of danger if the villagers continued to live there. It was reasonable to choose to move out. At night, the mountain village was quiet. Wang Yao stood on Nanshan Hill and looked at the sky. He was looking at the Qi on Shishan Hill. I still can't see it. He was not a feng shui master, so he couldn't see the so-called dead Qi. At the same time, he was curious about how they could see the Qi. Was it just a blind guess? Chapter 639. If he met Miao Sanding again, he would ask him for advice. Nothing happened that night. The next morning, the sky in the mountain village was blue. Jing, which was thousands of miles away, also had a rare blue sky. On the campus of Yanjing University, Su Xiaoxue walked alone on a path in the forest. Wherever she went, people's eyes followed her. She was now the person with the most attention in Yanjing University. Envy, appreciation, and jealousy. All kinds of emotions arose because of her. She was beautiful like a character in a painting. Her family was also good. She was one of the few rich families in Jing. How could people not look at her? Well, people can't be compared with each other, Su Xiaoxue thought. Xiaoxue, why didn't you tell me you were going to school? Su Xiaoxue looked at the man who appeared in front of her with some surprise. It was Guo Zhenghe. At this time, his face was still as bright as the sun. Why are you here, Zhenghe? She asked. I'm here to see you. He answered very straightforwardly. Besides, I'm your senior, Zhenghe said. Su Xiaoxue just smiled after hearing that. Oh, is that handsome guy? Is he the one Su Xiaoxue talked about? A handsome man and a beautiful woman. He is a senior from a few years ago, right? I remember his surname is Guo. Yes, he is the campus hunk. No wonder. They are really a good match. These people's words more or less fell into Su Xiaoxue's ears. When the two came to the lake, Guo Zhenghe said seriously, Xiaoxue, there are some things I have wanted to say to you for a long time. What is it? Xiaoxue, I want to marry you, he said. What? Su Xiaoxue was stunned. She was not prepared at all. She did not expect Guo Zhenghe to say such things in this place. She was really at a loss. After a moment of silence, Su Xiaoxue said, I'm sorry, Zhenghe. I have always regarded you as my brother. This was actually a tactful but commonly used way of refusing. It was like saying, I think you are a good person. Guo Zhenghe was not upset after hearing that. Xiaoxue, I really like you. You don't have to rush to answer. Think about it. I don't need to think about it, Su Xiaoxue said. Zhenghe, I already have someone I like. She knew that Guo Zhenghe liked her, and in the past, she had expressed her feelings in various ways. However, Guo Zhenghe was such a smart person, but he pretended to be confused and didn't understand. This gave her a headache. After all, she had no experience in dealing with this kind of thing, so she might as well tell him the truth today so that he wouldn't continue to pester her in the future. Is it Dr. Wang? Yes, Su Xiaoxue admitted generously. Okay, I got it. Are you free tonight? I want to treat you to a meal. No, I promised my mother that I would go home tonight, Su Xiaoxue said. All right, another day then. All right. Guo Zhenghe smiled and left. There was no trace of displeasure on his face. Dr. Wang. After turning a corner, his face suddenly turned gloomy, and his eyes were terrifyingly cold. Huh. Not far away, a woman happened to see the scene. She was shocked. Annie Lien? Guojing's face became bright again. Zhenghao, why are you here? Are you looking for Xiao Xue? Yes. I said a few words to her. She's over there. Okay, I see. I'll go first. Okay. Guojing left. Chu Yan also found Su Xiao Xue. Annie Lien, why are you here? I happen to have something to do at school. I just met Guojing. He said you were here. Did he come here to look for you? Yes, I made it clear to him. Well, that's good. Remember to come home after school. I know. Song Ruiping was worried about her daughter, so she arranged for Chu Lian to come over. She was basically in a state of secret protection, but she didn't know it. In a mountain village, that day, Chinning bought 2 houses in the village with the help of Wang Yao. Thank you so much, sir. You don't have to be so polite. It's a piece of cake. In another house in a mountain village, Zheng Weijun sat in a wheelchair and looked at the mound not far away in the yard. The green hills and the white clouds were leisurely far away. The sky was blue and clean. Birds were flying freely. These were actually very ordinary scenes, but they were so attractive and so interesting to him. He could even stare at the sky for a whole day. Seeing the light again made him feel that the world was so wonderful. Weijun, it's time to go back to the room. Uncle, I want to look at it for a while more. Okay, let's look at it for a while more. Zheng Shixiang accompanied him. Uncle, take a rest, Zheng Weijun said. I'll be fine here. I'm fine. The uncle and nephew stayed in the yard. I've never thought the sky was so beautiful, Zheng Weijun said. You can see, and the poison in your body has been removed. The next thing is to recover the damaged organs and tissues, Zheng Shixiang said. Dr. Wang said you'll be able to stand up in a month. I really have to thank him. Yes. I don't know what he likes. I've asked Sun Yinsheng, Zheng Shixiang said. He likes things related to traditional Chinese medicine, such as ancient medical books and things used in ancient Chinese medicine. I've arranged for people to inquire about them. That's good. In the clinic, a patient came. It was the patient brought by Pan Jun. He knew him. He also had thrombosis. It was not particularly serious. It was worse than his Shirley's. Acupuncture, massage. Even without the use of medicine, the effect was instantaneous. This is amazing, the man in his 40s said after receiving the first treatment. He could feel the changes in his body, which were very obvious. His legs and arms were under his control. He also felt that he was flexible and had strength. Pan, why didn't you tell me about such a good doctor earlier? The man complained after the treatment. Weren't you fine when I saw you last time? Pan Jun asked. This was his first relative, a distant relative. He only knew that he had thrombosis when he went to the hospital to see him. He directly brought him to Wang Yao. Master, what do you think? Come back in 2 days. Don't I need to take medicine? The man asked. He had taken a lot of medicine for his disease. No, you must have taken a lot of medicine, Pan Jun said. You have gastric problems. Ah, yes, I've taken a lot of medicine, the man said. As soon as the treatment was over, the man's son also drove over. Dad, how is it? It's good. The treatment is over. Shall we go back? Okay. Uncle, you can go back first. I want to stay here for a while. Okay. Come to my house when you have time. Okay. Pan Jun stayed. Hey, why did this little Pan call him master? The man muttered in a low voice after he left the room. Dad, Brother Jun called that young man master? His son was surprised. Yes, the man said. It can't be. Isn't Brother Jun the deputy director of the emergency department in the county hospital? That young man looks only a few years older than me. He is really capable. Forget it. Send me back in 2 days. Pan Jun asked Wang Yao some questions. These were all the problems he had encountered when he was giving massages in his sister's clinic. He was not very clear about them, but he wrote them down. Wang Yao answered them one by one. Is the clinic business good? It's very good, Pan Jun said. In fact, this was all thanks to the massage techniques he had learned from Wang Yao. After a period of word of mouth, people went to Pan Jun every day to ask for a massage. They all had to wait in line. After coming in contact with more patients, he found that what he had learned was not enough. So, he came to ask for advice. Master, if you have time, can you go to my sister's clinic to see patients? We'll see, Wang Yao said. The clinic is also very busy. While they were talking, another patient came in. In Dao by the sea, a beautiful woman stood on the beach, looking at the waves in front of her, wave after wave. Russell, Russell. A man came from behind. He was wearing sportswear with a hood. His head was not covered by a hat. Xiaowei. His voice was a little hoarse. It was as if he had a serious cold. What do you want to do? Nothing. I just came to see you, the man said. His voice was a little bitter. Look at me. I left and then came back. My peaceful life is all messed up. Chapter 640. The young man in black was silent. He looked at the beautiful woman in front of him quietly. She was the most beautiful person in his heart. At this moment, he really wanted to hold her in his arms, but he couldn't. I hope you can be well, he said. Wait, what's wrong with your face? The beautiful woman found that the edges of the man's hair were faintly black. It was ominous. Nothing. The man hurriedly took a few steps back. His face was strangely blood-red. Take care of yourself. After speaking, the man turned to leave. Zhao Young-ho, stop right there, the woman shouted. The man stopped. He wanted to look back, but he resisted. He gritted his teeth and left. What's wrong with you? The woman's eyes were faintly tearing. Which stage of love was the most unforgettable? Answer, first love. Some people, even if they were married, had a family, and had their own lovers, still hid feelings in the depths of their hearts. In the dead of the night, they would think about it from time to time. It was the best memory of their youth, the most sincere feelings. Perhaps it was just wishful thinking, or perhaps they were in love with each other, but had to separate. In short, it was a secret that only they knew. Tongwei stood by the sea and looked at the sea. She seemed to see the big boy with the bright smile again. The big boy who could shelter her from the wind and rain. The big boy who could take a knife for her at night and bleed all over his body. In order to be unforgettable, because it was too deep and could not be forgotten. How good would it be if they could be together at that time? This was a sentence that many people had secretly sighed with emotion. In Dao, the sea breeze was quite strong. Ring, ring, buzz. The phone vibrated. Go back early. The wind is strong by the sea. It was a message from an unknown number. Fool. Who was the fool? You always felt that something you couldn't get was beautiful. You would only know how to cherish it after losing it. On the bustling street of Dao, a man wearing a one-piece hat got into a car in a hurry. Let's go. Did you see her? Yes. Is she okay? Very good, very good. His voice was hoarse, as if his throat was torn. It's not too late to regret now. There's no turning back. The man looked out of the window. His eyes were very firm. Sai, you can get your revenge, but you'll be back. Master has saved my life and raised me. I have no way of repaying this favor. Somewhere in Dao, in a high-end office building. On the top floor, Sun Jingrong stood in front of the floor-to-ceiling glass window and looked outside. He had a panoramic view of Dao City. The sky was also in front of him, as if it was close at hand. At this time, he was like an emperor, looking at the city under his feet. Knock, knock, knock. There was a knock on the door. Come in. A young man walked in from outside. He was dressed in a suit and looked very capable. Director's son, this is the information you asked for. Put on the table. All right. Before the young man could leave, another man walked in. He was bald and had a strong build, and his face was expressionless. Master. He only spoke after the young man had left. Sit down and talk, how? Yes, I've already looked into it, Wang Yao said. How is it? It has something to do with them, Hao said. They were poisoned to death. If it had been me, I wouldn't have been able to escape. Where did they come from? Was it Zhao Young-ho who escaped that time? It's possible, Hao said. Uncle Lin has taken people to investigate. You have to be careful these days, Master. Well, I know, Wang Yao said. If you don't remove the roots, there will be endless trouble in the future. By the way, what is Yunxing busy with? Master, he is taking care of the things you arranged for him in an orderly manner. He still has a long way to go, Wang Yao said. He is very attentive and hard-working, Hao said. Well, he must be very tired, Sun Jingrong said. As my son, sometimes he can't help himself like me. Find someone to protect him, Sun Jingrong said. There can't be any more problems. Understood. Darkness gradually came. In this world, it was powerful. The wind was blowing. Child, you should go back. Well, I see. Sun Yunsheng moved his body. His bones made a crisp sound. He had been sitting for too long. Ah, is it past 8 o'clock? Yes, I'll take you back. No, I can go by myself, Sun Yunsheng said. This is the arrangement of master, Sun Jingrong said. Please understand. Well, let's go. The car was downstairs. It was an imported car hundreds of miles away. There were several bodyguards around the car. They were all very capable people. In order to protect his son from being hurt, Sun Jingrong had put in a lot of effort and spent a lot of money. In the night, something seemed to flash by. What's that sound? I didn't hear it. Maybe I heard it wrong. Thud. A person suddenly collapsed without a sound. Be careful. Plop. Another person fell down. Damn it. Suddenly, the lights shone, attracting people around. In just an instant, all 6 people fell to the ground, leaving only Sun Yunsheng standing there. He was covered in cold sweat. Without seeing the enemy, all the bodyguards on his side had fallen. These bodyguards were carefully selected. Most of them were retired military veterans. Some of them were even former Special Forces members. They had even seen blood. However, none of them were a match for the other party. They couldn't even last one round. Who is it? Sun Yunsheng stood there. Many people were looking at him. This way. It was a hoarse voice. Huh? He looked in the direction of the voice and saw a person standing under a tree by the road. Who are you? Soon, you will know, the hoarse voice said. In the blink of an eye, the person disappeared. It was as if he had never been there. The police soon came. The 6 people who fell were all sent to the hospital. What's going on? Sun Jingrong, who had received the news, rushed over with his 2 most capable men as quickly as possible. I was poisoned. Someone wants to attack me, Sun Yunsheng said. Who is it? I didn't see it clearly. It was just a black shadow. He was very fast. There were so many people, but no one saw it. This was a skill. How? Contact the police station and investigate the recent surveillance. I want to know who he is, Sun Jingrong said. He dared to attack his son. This was undoubtedly a taboo. Okay. They acted quickly, but they only saw a person in black sportswear. His head was covered. They couldn't see his face clearly, so there was no way to investigate. They deserve to die. Master, you have to be careful, Hao said. They must be coming for you. It's impossible to guard against this method. He had fought with those so-called eccentric people, so he was very clear about their means. It was not something that ordinary people could imagine. Inadvertently, one would find a way in an unexpected place, and then directly lose the ability to resist. That time in a mountain village, if it were not for the amazing Dr. Wang, they would have died there. Where's Master Gu? He is on his way. He will arrive tomorrow morning. Well, okay. Master, do you think we should invite Dr. Wang? Wait a little longer, Sun Jingrong said. Sun Jingrong said. He knew Wang Yao's character. It was not easy to invite such a person unless they went to the mountain village. That night, the police in Dao were very busy. Sun Jingrong decided to go to the hospital in person to visit the security personnel who were injured to protect his son. Master, it's too dangerous. It's okay. It's better to leave them out, Sun Jingrong said. They use poison. It's impossible to guard against it. Let's go. After a while, they arrived at the hospital. 6 men who used to be strong and had no problem fighting 10 or 8 people were lying in bed. They were all in a coma. Their faces were pale and they looked very weak. Doctor, how are they? Well, their lives are not in danger, but their bodies are very weak. What is the mechanism of this poison? Well, it makes people weak, the doctor said. It is similar to knockout drugs, but the composition is more complicated. You don't have to worry too much. It is estimated that they will wake up tomorrow. Sorry to trouble you, doctor. It's my pleasure. He was very clear about the person in front of him. He was the richest man in Dao. It was not easy to catch his eye. Chapter 641. Use the best medicine, Sun Jingrong said. Sure, Sun Jingrong said. The hospital's leaders, who were not on duty, came over. Sun Jingrong chatted with them for a while and left. On the way back, he looked outside quietly and did not speak for a long time. Add 2 more people around Yinsheng, Sun Jingrong said. Okay, Sun Jingrong said. Master, you can let the young master go out to take shelter, Sun Jingrong said. Where to? The mountain village? Sun Jingrong asked. Yes, Hao said. With Dr. Wang there, it will be safer. That's fine, but I'll have to trouble him again, Sun Jingrong said. In fact, deep in his heart, he did not want his son to take refuge there. Not to mention other places in Dao, Sun Jingrong was afraid of no one. Now, he had to let his family go out to take refuge. If this matter was spread out, he was afraid that he would be laughed at. However, with the last terrible experience, and at this point his face was nothing. He did not care about being laughed at. As long as his family was fine, it was fine. Early in the morning, the sun was shining. In May, the weather was a little hot in the morning. In the past few days, there had been an endless stream of people coming to see the doctor. Gradually, Wang Yao's reputation began to spread. There were even some people from other cities who specially came to see him for treatment. Headache, leg pain, cerebral thrombosis, these were the treatment categories that everyone thought he was best at. Most of the patients came for this. Wang Yao had accumulated a lot of first-hand information through the diagnosis and treatment during this period of time, and he carefully sorted them out and recorded them. In the morning, there were still 2 patients who came to see the doctor. Cervical vertebra pain, leg pain, both of them were caused by work. The diseases caused by years of accumulation caused by work. Acupuncture, massage, medicine was prescribed. For this kind of disease, Wang Yao determined a set of prescriptions, mainly to promote blood circulation and relieve pain. Monarch, minister's assistant envoys, there were only a few main elements. Oh, Dr. Wang, you really deserve your reputation, Sun Jingrong said. You flatter me. Take care, Sun Jingrong said. The treatment effect of the 2 patients was basically immediate. In the morning, another person came. Mr. Sunday, hello, sir. What can I do for you? Oh, I plan to stay in a mountain village for a while. Sorry to disturb you, Sun Yinsheng said. It's fine, Wang Yao said. What kind of disturbance could there be? Well, Sun Yinsheng hesitated for a moment and decided to tell Wang Yao about the possible trouble. Last night, he had experienced a terrible threat. 6 men were knocked down in an instant without any resistance. They were all retired elites in the army. Before the enemy showed up, they had all been knocked down, which made him realize how terrible the enemy was. Last night, his father told him to take refuge here. It was safer to do so, but it was likely to bring danger to the mountain village, which was something Wang Yao didn't want to see. He briefly explained the situation to Wang Yao. Sir, if you don't want to stay, I'll leave immediately. Since he had already said so much, Wang Yao naturally couldn't go too far with his words. Since you're here, stay here. Sorry to trouble you, Sun Yinsheng said. This young master's son came again, and some people in the village became active. The sales of the residential area in the county town were unusually hot. It was a golden location, and it was a project undertaken by a large company. Due to special considerations in certain aspects, the control of materials and treatment during the construction process was very strict. Moreover, the design of the house was also presided over by a famous designer in the company. Naturally, these things were more or less spread out, which led to a situation where there was a scramble when the real estate was opened. In addition, a considerable part of the real estate was used to replace the houses of the villagers in the village, so it was quickly sold out. However, the people in the village were very clear that there was a whole building that had not been sold. It was said that it was reserved for Wang Yao. It was not said that it was for him alone, who didn't have relatives and friends. Oh, if I tell Wang Yao to buy one more at a lower price, he can make more than 100,000 yuan after buying and selling. Many people with active minds thought of this. In this small county town, who could earn more than 100,000 yuan a year just by relying on farming and a fixed salary? It would be considered good if they could earn 40,000 to 50,000 yuan. With such a big profit trend, many people began to think about asking Wang Yao for help. That night, someone came to Wang Yao's house. Look, uncle, what are you doing here? Zhang Xiaoying asked. This person was also a peer in the village. Usually, they would meet and greet each other. He almost never came to the house as a guest. They didn't know why he suddenly came to the house. There must be something. Both father and son knew. Is Yao not at home? Yes, he's in the house. Zhang Xiaoying called Wang Yao out. Are you looking for Yao to see a doctor? No, there's something else. Uncle. After Wang Yao came out, the man smiled and talked about something. He wanted to buy another house. This was the core sentence. He came here because he knew that Wang Yao had a good relationship with Mr. Sunday. He hoped that he could say something to see if it could be cheaper. Well, I'll find time to ask, Wang Yao said. Oh, okay, thank you, Yao. This person was still there. Another person came. The purpose of this trip was achieved. The first guest left. The second person came with the same purpose. Okay, I got it. He sent the guest away. That night, a total of 3 people came. These people basically didn't come to the house on normal days. They're all in a hurry to buy a house. Don't they already have one? Zhang Xiaoying didn't think of the knack for a moment. Wang Yao was very clear about their purpose. Mom, they probably want to make money by speculating in real estate. Make money? How do they make money? To make money from the price difference, Wang Yao said. I've seen the house in that area. It's close to shopping malls and schools. According to the current price, it's very normal for it to be about 4,500 to 5,600 yuan. If 1 square meter can be cheaper by 400 to 500 yuan, how much money can they make from a 100 square meter house? They're thinking of asking me. I'm afraid they can make 1,000 yuan per square meter. Such a house can make a lot of money as long as they sell it. These people are really quick-witted. Zhang Xiaoying exclaimed. Are you going to help them? Of course, I have to deliver the message. After all, they are from the same village. But it's hard to say how much they can make, Wang Yao said. This matter was definitely not limited to these 3 people. The next day, Wang Yao deliberately found Sun Yunsheng and told him about the matter. No problem, we owe this village. If they want to buy a house, I can sell at cost price, Sun Yunsheng said happily. They're most likely buying houses to speculate in real estate. I can understand that they want to speculate in real estate, Sun Yunsheng said. In this way, as long as they have enough money to buy a house, I can reduce the price by 1,000 yuan per square meter on the basis of the current selling price. The third house's original price is limited to 1 time per household. Well, I have no problem with that, Wang Yao said. Is there anything else, sir? No, thank you. You are welcome. This is what I should do, Sun Yunsheng hurriedly said. Sir, do you have time at noon? Yes. Zhang Xixiang came to see me today. I have long wanted to treat you to a meal to express my gratitude, but I haven't had a chance. I'll treat you to a meal at home at noon. Yes. At noon, Wang Yao told his family and went to Sun Yunsheng's house. Welcome, Dr. Wang. Sir, please. You look good. Wang Yao smiled at Zheng Weijun, who was sitting in a wheelchair. Yes, I feel my body is getting better these days. The meal was a combination of north and south. There were classic Huayang dishes and Shandong dishes. Where did such a chef come from? Wang Yao was quite curious. Sir, do you like it? It's delicious. His cooking skills were probably not inferior to those of the head chefs in 5-star hotels. The taste of the food was indeed good. Wang Yao did not drink wine. He just drank some fresh fruit juice. In a house in Dao is now in a state of panic, Zheng Weijun said. I think you should stay away from the limelight. I won't implicate you. The man was in black with a hood covering his head. That's not what I meant. I will stay here for at most another 20 days, the man said. Whether it is successful or not, I will leave. That you're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.